evening, and welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. Yo, I am your host, the one and only Talento Martela. Yo, it is another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world. We are coming at you live and direct, a stone's throw away from Miami. We in Fort Lauderdale. I ain't even going front. We right here in Fort Lauderdale, folks. It is September 19th. It is officially Volume 8. 8 years of this. Hope you guys are ready for this. Which episode are we on? Episode 5, track 459. I didn't write it down, my bad. 459 of the MyT Sports Podcast. And boy, do we got a big show for you coming up here today, folks. We got major upset alert. We're talking about major upset alerts coming for you. We have a whole entire city on fire. We're going to talk about that a little bit more, right? We got Vegas. We got a championship in Vegas. They became champs, right? We got some bad breaks going on in San Francisco. It's a big Monday. We may talk about Ludacris and some ludicrous actions that are surrounding his circle, right? Yeah, the name happened to be fitting today. Of course, you know, we're going to talk about BG and how many days she's been restrained. We got the birthday shout-outs coming up right after this, folks. We're going to start the birthday party. We going to talk about trash Brett Favre. We're going to get into the trash Phoenix owner. We may leave Kyrie Irving his conspiracy theory. We're going to see if we can get all of this into a 3-hour show today, folks. We got Federer retire. We got Judge smacking dingers all over the place. I should have got that. Ooh. Don't worry, I see it. We got Judge smacking dingers all over the place, folks. We have also Spain getting themselves new champions as well, folks. We have all of that and more on the MyT Sports Podcast. But you know what we say here? Regardless of the time and regardless of the level, Coach, help me out.
You play to win the game. Hello?
It is always a good time to talk some sports. So let's start talking MyT Sports. Whew. Back at it like a sports fanatic. It's something you don't know about me, Joe Rogan. I talk sports. Oh man, yo, can I tell you guys how much I've missed you? Right? It's been a big Monday. It's been a big weekend. If you're a fan of the city that I'm stuck in, right? If you're a fan of that team, then you excited this week. You excited today. If you're a fan of any of the teams of where I was born, then yeah, you excited today too. And folks, the Bills game just came back, folks. That's returning from halftime. Bills up 17-7 over Tennessee, folks. And we're just about 3 minutes left in the first quarter of the Philadelphia and Vikings game. And the Vikings are down, folks, 0-7, currently being shut out early. We'll keep you up to that, folks. Yeah, we got both games flowing, and we'll give you little updates. We'll keep you up to speed. Make sure you don't slack on nothing. I mean, if you're gonna watch the show, right? If you're gonna watch and listen to the show, that means that you ain't really paying attention to Monday Night Footballs. And we got a doubleheader today. Like you understand, they came big business today. So we got ourselves a nice little doubleheader. And so, listen, if you're gonna listen to me, I'm gonna make sure I keep you guys in tune, right? Keep you guys up to date, because I don't want you to be like, hey, this game over here, like I ain't even catching no updates. This cat over here, he talking the whole entire time, and he ain't say a word about the game. When you gonna start talking about the game? I got you. We gonna talk about the game, and talking about the game, right? Let me see if I can pull up my picks without disrupting my whole entire infrastructure over here. Right? But yeah, folks, we have our picks from the week as well. And I'll let you know in just a second who I picked to win these games. I'm pretty sure I picked Buffalo and I picked Philly. Pretty damn sure that's how I did it. But I don't want to mislead the people. I don't want to mislead the public. So I'll make sure I have that ready for you guys, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, folks. But let's go ahead and get into our first topic of the day. And it ain't even really a topic, right? The first topic of the day. It's really a celebration, right? It's really a celebration. Like how a lot of people are celebrating. I'm saying there's so much stuff that happened this week. We're gonna see if we can get that all crammed into a 3-hour show. It's gonna be challenging, but you know what? If anybody can do it, your boy MyT can do it. And yes, don't forget, folks, the Podbean phone lines are currently open. The Podbean phone lines are currently open, folks. So go ahead, Jets fans, Dolphins fans, Giants fans, Cardinals fans, Cowboys fans, 49ers fans, Yankees fans, Mets fans, give me a call. Phone lines are open to everybody. Doesn't matter if you're in the States or out of states. Doesn't matter how you're watching, right? We are available. We are available to you. Hit me up. Drop a chat if you want to drop a chat if you're watching. And if you're watching, I thank you. I appreciate it. If you're watching on either YouTube, you're watching on Twitch, you can be watching on Facebook, or you can be watching on Twitter, where everywhere that you want to watch at. If you're listening live, right? We're talking about the straight audio. That means you're probably on the website, link in the bio, all right? Or you're listening through the call-in line on Podbean. That's really the way to go for the interaction. That way you guys can call up. We get you guys on the air. We'll answer your questions. We hear your excitement, and we'll get on. But talking about excitement, let's go ahead and start off with this birthday party. Hey, yo, DJ MyT, drop that beat. Mm. 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 You like that? I like that. You like that? I like that. Yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. Check it. Yeah. Check it. Yeah. Because it's your birthday, we sing happy birthday. Check it. Yeah. Check it. Yeah. The liquid mean forward, the gun check mean rewind. You ask for the so rewind. Yeah, it's your birthday. We said it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Because it's your birthday. We sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, first birthday, guys. So if you don't know, folks, what we like to do is that we like to give a little birthday shout out to everybody that had a birthday since the last time we was on the podcast. Now, what that means normally is that I'm just giving birthday shout outs for Saturday, Sunday, and today. But we didn't have a podcast on Friday because there was a very special birthday being celebrated that day. You guys know it's not a lot of reasons, right? There's not a lot of reasons that I am willing to miss the podcast for. But this was one of them, folks. We had no birthdays on Thursday, but we had a birthday on Friday. And on Friday, I was out and about with my... Whoa. Yeah, let's get that birthday shout out. I was out about with my brother, my bro here, like my big bro. What I want, you know what I mean? One of my male role models in this world. Because if you don't look at one of your big bros, you got to, right? They have to be the ones that at least show you the way in some kind of shit. And he has definitely showed me the way when it comes to being a family man. Like he is the ultimate provider that I currently know to this day. So big shout out to my brother. He had a birthday on September 16th. Also on September 16th, sharing a birthday with my brother happens to also be one Jacqueline Mosohede, right? So want to say Mosohede? Don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger over here, right? I'm just out here spreading the love. I didn't get the phonetic spellings, right? So definitely saying happy birthday to her happy birthday to her as well. Then we fast forward to what day are we fast forwarding to? I think we fast forward over to Sunday now, folks. The 17th. No, my bad. You on Saturday. The 17th. It was a Saturday. My bad. It's been listen. If you basically heard what I just told you, I basically just told you I've had a really long weekend, so I know what you want to know. We have a birthday for one of the regulars on the podcast, folks. You know him as Ron. I know him as Ronnie. He is known amongst our circles as many nicknames, many monikers, but you also know him as your host, God, frequent flyer of the MyT Sports podcast. Well, I've known Ronnie now since that was 2000, and I've done this since I've been out the Army, right? So it's been 2006 now. So we're talking about 16 years that I've known Ronnie, which not for nothing. It's about 16 years that I've known a lot of people that I've been in Florida. Because I people that I know now I met when I first moved to Florida, or at least within the first 5-6 years I first moved to Florida. So yeah, a lot of people that I know now I've been friends with like a decade now, 15 years now, like long time, right? Went to celebrate my brother's birthday. Old army buddy of mine came down. Paul Joseph came and shot the fair one with us real quick and came to kick it. Known him since 2001. So we was talking like 21 years, and I was with my brother from another mother, right? Known him 30 something. Damn, B. Yo, these relations. Damn, yo, Jalen. I know it hurts so good, so good. 53-yard touchdown to Queez Watkins. Philly is up 13-0. Posting a shutout early. This guy's going to be out here celebrating. Listen, just don't do what they did in Vegas. Whatever you do, Philly fans, don't do what they did in Vegas. And we're going to tell you what they did in Vegas later in the show, because it is embarrassing and it should never happen. And there's some good things that happened in Vegas this weekend. And there were some bad things that happened in Vegas this weekend. And then there were some ugly things that happened in Vegas this weekend. And we're going to make sure we cover all of them. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave you guys without your little gambling fix. We'll make sure we get into them Vegas boys. Once we see a flag on that Buffalo play, I'm not sure that was an offsides, but we see Josh air it out. Ball falls incomplete. Can I get that back? Can I get it back? Thank you. Cheers to all of you, right? Right? So we had Ronnie's birthday on the 17th, right? So special shout out, special shout out to my boy Ronnie. Like I said, not only have I known him for like 16 years now, you can find him constantly. You can find him constantly as a regular on my sports podcast, right? It doesn't matter if he's on this coast. It doesn't matter if he's on the West Coast. It doesn't matter if he's in the Midwest. It doesn't matter if he's in another country. Ronnie, make sure Ronnie comes for the podcast. Listen, not for nothing. Ron, Ron, we call him Sasso. We don't call Ronnie Sasso. I have Sasso like reserved for somebody else. But yeah, I'm gonna cover that. You can see it anyway, can't you? Nah. But y'all ain't paying me for this. Y'all need to hook a brother up. For real. Yo, beer companies, holla at your boy. Any beer companies that are looking, you know what? After I look at beer company affiliates. Look at one of those. Holy fly, eagle, fly. If I just saw that correctly as I looked up, Jalen Hurts is a perfect 10 for 10. Man, I'm telling you right now, I still stand by the fact that I believe, yeah, Jalen Hurts, perfect 10 for 10. 154 yards, a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. I still fully believe that he is and is going to be the better quarterback than Tua got a tongue twister. And I feel that even after Tua's performance this weekend, that somebody may have gotten fired up. Yo, I'm not going to let this son of a dolphin do better than me in any week that I can help it. There's some battles that I can't wait to see. Like as a Jets fan, right? There's the excitement of when the Jets play the Giants. But nah, pimpin'. Nah, for me, I'm gonna be excited for that 1 year when he just missed them too. When Philly plays the Dolphins and it's tongue twister versus Hurts. Oh boy. We gonna see if they're gonna leave their tongue tied or in the back of a limo. So good. Let's continue these birthday showers before the song run out again, right? I know what you're saying. We left off on the 17th. My boy Ronnie Mills, right? So also, another personal birthday, right? I want to say want to do a birthday shout out to my boy Rob, right? DJ Rob, right? Right? You guys know DJ Rob, but also DJ Rob is also responsible for helping lead the way, like the other DJs, like DJ Scepter and DJ D-Way. You understand? And right now we see big things happening for DJ Scepter, big things for DJ DJs coming up pretty soon. It's actually coming up for our whole entire circle. So you know, each one teach one, reach one. Like you know how that saying, "Go Jeff Black Entertainment all day." We see you, right? Definitely want to give a big shout out to the boy Rock Buck, right? He goes catching the team on attacks all the time, right? Then we move forward to today, folks, to end our birthday party. And there we get a birthday shout out to the lovely, luscious, luxurious. I don't have any more L words to describe her, but we're talking about the one and only Lexi Lane. La 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 la. La 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 la, make you say ooh, ooh. Tongue in you. Now let me stop. I've been bad this whole entire weekend. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie. You know that's what happens. Like you do your thug business, right? You network with everybody you was accused of. So I've been a bad boy, but I've had a good weekend. Though, right? But also let's make sure we end this on a high note, right? Also want to say happy birthday to Zach Taylor as well, the one and originally monster. I've known this cat from Platinum Pro Wrestling. Let me see if I got a picture of him back here somewhere. Do we got a picture? You got to be up here for Halloween, right? You got to be up here for Halloween. You ain't up here for Halloween? Nope. We got Chuckles. Yo, Chuckle. Yo, I can't wait to call another match again, right? To call you guys back up to the ring. But yeah, you ain't on none of the Hollow Slam. You ain't on the Hollow Slam. You ain't on the season beatings. Yo, Zach, Monster, how is that possible? Yo, you have to talk to Jay. You have to talk to Jay on that one. It makes no sense that you ain't at least make the Hollow Slam posters, right? Like listen, I'm not knocking anybody on the Hollow. Plus, that may have been an early edition. I can't remember. And that was the early edition that had me on it, actually. Right? I ain't knocking anybody that's on there. You know, I'm just being silly. But still, Zach, we got to find a way to get you on the Hollow, at least the Hollow Slam ones. Yo, we better be having Hollow Slam this year. I'm gonna be vexed if we don't have Hollow Slam. Like, we ain't had a show in a while. We ain't had a show since what, April? Excuse me. Oh, that's gonna be 6 months since the last time we had a show. Listen, bro, you get kind of hungry after 6 months of no shows. You know what I mean? So let's see if we can get so that. Yeah, birthday shout out to Zach Taylor. And let's make sure that we get the whole entire lineup out there, right? We want to say happy birthday to Zach, to Jacqueline, sorry. Want to say happy birthday to my big bro, Big. Happy birthday to Ronnie. Happy birthday to Rob. Happy birthday to Lexi. Happy birthday to Zach. Again, we want to wish you all a happy birthday. Hope you party hard, enjoy everything. You regret nothing, but more importantly, like, you keep your chin up, right? You flex all these hoes and you continue to stay. MyT. All right, DJ, do me a favor. Cut that beat. All right, folks. Let's get into our first topic of the day, and we'll make this. Now, I'm not gonna make any promises. You already know how our first topic of the day goes, folks. We have our MyT topic of the day, but we grab a topic that's kind of special and near and dear to our heart. And folks, the topic that has been near and dear to our heart has been the incarceration of Brittany Griner. She's been wrongfully detained now for about 214 days. Folks, it's been since, what is it, March 17th? No, February 17th, my bad. Ooh. Franklin's come back with a quick answer and a quick score. Let's see who gets this touchdown here. This one goes to Irv Smith Jr. on a 2-yard reception. So, again, we were talking about the incarceration of Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner, one of the most influential NBA players in the league, right? Like I said, if you don't know much about Brittany Griner is not a multiple-time All-Star. We're talking about like an 8-time All-Star, right? She is a champion. She has been a block leader for the league. She has won Rookie of the Year. She is I always forget if she's the third or the fourth. Let's see here. Candace Parker's the second. So she's the third. Right? Brittany Griner is the third woman in history to dunk a ball during a game. And like I said, she's an 8-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champion, 8-time block leader. 8-time block leader. And you understand how unprecedented that is? To be a block leader for 8 years? When you talk about their male counterparts, if somebody is a block leader for 8 years in the NBA, you realize they're going to make them a first ballot Hall of Fame. And they'll automatically get into the Hall of Fame. They ain't going to care nothing else about what they did. They'll look at 8-time block leader, 3-time first team defense, 3-time first team second team defense, 3-time second team defense, multiple time defensive player of the year. They'll look at that alone and they'll put them and put somebody in. Now add scoring champion on top of it. Like, this is the kind of skill level we're missing now when we're missing Brittany Griner. As the NBA Finals just finished not too long ago. And when I say not too long ago, we're talking about 24 hours ago. 24 hours ago? Yeah, that's about 24 hours ago. Maybe a little bit more than 24 hours ago. I'm trying to think of the exact time it would have ended. But just yesterday, folks, we were crowning a new WNBA Finals champion. A brand new one. One that has never been a champion before. And the level of greatness that we saw on that court, on one court at one time. Whew. I feel like that could make you say swoosh. Woof. Game is 100 proof. Bill's trying to answer back. They take the ball back to about the 28-yard line. So again, what we really ask here is keep your thoughts and prayers, right? Whatever outlet you use to channel positive energy, let's just use that and keep Brittany Griner in your thoughts and prayers if you can. All right. If you don't like her, you don't like her, you know. But I'm pretty sure you're not that you don't ever wish harm or ill will on somebody just because you don't like them and haven't done anything personal to you. The most Brittany Griner would have done is made a comment about how she feels about the state of the country. And you would personally condemn somebody for just a honest and unthreatening and innocent opinion. Understand? For the people that are thinking like, hey, she can stay there. Good for her. She never personally caused any of you ill harm. So what you're doing is that you're wishing ill on somebody else, which is never a good thing. That's how you block your own blessings. So I'm just saying, check yourself before next thing you know, you catch yourself missing on great opportunities and you're trying to wonder why. It's because you want to condemn an innocent woman for just speaking her mind, which I'm pretty sure you've done about 80 times every single day. If you're a woman and you've done at least 8,000 times a day. Yeah, I took that shot. I don't miss. So let's move on, right? Let's move on because we had a celebration to start off the podcast. What's going on, KJ? I see you popping in here, right? We had a celebration to start off the podcast. We switched over, right? We talked about Brittany Griner. That's not really a celebration, but we always have to make sure we keep on our thoughts and prayers. But let's continue to celebrate. Like I said, it's a big Monday. It's a big Monday, and it really don't stop. Like I told you, folks, the city has been on fire. The comeback kids have been here. Like, if you don't understand what I am saying, we will say, listen, we may be watching the Eagles fly, but they can't get as high as a. Feel my hair blown in the wind. Whew. Those Jets, folks. Those Jets came in with heaters. We're talking about they left the Browns feeling like we the ones and you the twos, the number twos. That's what the Doodoo Browns are.
Cleveland, this is for you.
I'm not gonna lie. I took real special solace in getting this dub, and it's not because one of the co-hosts right on the show is from Cleveland. Nah, it had nothing to do with that. Right? That was a small portion, small portion. What this really stems from is from that year that the Cleveland Browns were just taking L after L after L after L, and they had lost 48 straight games. And then suddenly they played the Jets and broke their losing streak. And ever since then, it's been downhill for the Jets, and it's been kind of up a slide, with Baby All on it for the Cleveland Browns. But now we see things starting to come back a little bit. For now, that is, right? You see the Jets coming over a much needed victory. Much needed victory. Much needed victory. Because remember, just last week, Coach Salah was out there talking about, I'm taking names. I'm remembering everybody. It don't matter who you are. Like, I will remember what you said. He said he was keeping receipts. That was him. Nah, that was him. He said he was keeping receipts. And when just start getting good, like, hey, but now, granted, one win doesn't mean you can start cashing the receipts. But what he did, though, was start looking for that receipt drawer. Like, hey, you remember I put all those receipts out there? Like, I thought I had them in the top. Now, remember we moved them? And we put them in the garage? Oh, yeah, okay, still in the garage. I ain't seeing them in the garage. You know, like, we still look for those receipts. At least after that first game they did. And I'm going to give a team credit a little bit later in the podcast, right? I'm gonna give a team credit because I really think that they had something to do. Guys, I got the games on. Like, don't act like you don't know how this is. Season 8 right now. Season 8. Get shit together. But I'm gonna give a team credit for the energy of this week, and the kind of energy and gutso that we've seen from teams this week. There's gonna be one team I'm gonna give some credit to. The Jets came out fire. The Jets came out and they played with the fire. They were in this game. They were in this game after being embarrassed by Baltimore. They said, "Yo, if we're gonna be embarrassed by anybody in this division, I refuse for it to be the Doodoo Browns." And while I fully believe that Joe Flacco has quit on the National Football League and really doesn't want to play anymore, and maybe there was something nostalgic in playing his former. What the fuck is going on here? Did Tennessee just muff a punt? Buffalo was up 24-7. If Tennessee didn't just muff a punt, then they muff the kickoff. Buffalo just recovered. They're within the 10-yard line. And he just muffed it. Just like that. I am telling you, just like that. In a league where we know there's about 6 teams every single year that made the playoff last year is going to get themselves removed. And in a league where we generally say, if you start off 0-2, you are really limiting your chances of making the playoffs. Now, granted, we have more room now than we did in the past for the playoffs. But the Tennessee Titans could be one of those teams. Let's remember, this is Ryan Tannehill we're talking about over here. I want to make sure you guys perfectly understood me when I said that. This is Ryan Tannehill. Meaning that at any given time, everything can go to hell. At any given time. I mean, from play to play, from snap to snap, from quarter to quarter, from game to game, from year to year. You riding high on that Tanner hill. But remember, like every hill, it has an apex and it has to start swooping down eventually. I think you may be on that slope, Tennessee. And y'all keep this up. I don't know if you're going to see 10 wins. If you ain't seeing 10 wins, right? From the number one seed to out the playoffs. But that's how crazy the NFL is. I know it's a crazy thing to say. And granted, I'm not fully coming out saying like, yo, they're gonna be the team to miss the playoffs. What I'm telling you is what? If they lose this game to Buffalo, they just got, you understand? Right now, they're having no luck in New York. Tennessee right now is having no luck in New York. They went to Buffalo Mafia. They thought they escaped from sleeping with the fishes. They brought themselves. I'm sorry. They went up to the Giants, right, to New York. Right? Jacksonville. Ooh, can Jacksonville sneak in? I don't know. Oh, balls up in the air. Oh, they lucky. Right. So I'm not saying that Tennessee is definitely going to be that team to fail. Right. What I'm telling you is to watch out for the statistical patterns that they warn us about, because this is one of those times where the majority of times statistics may be right. And now they could be one of those outlier teams. But fall in 0-2, fall in 0-3. Look like KJ may make an appearance in the studio. So keep an eye on that, because it's not even so much that Tennessee may not make the playoffs, that Tennessee Tennessee is just not looking like themselves. They're not looking sharp. Like muff fumbles, like I said, fumbles, muff punts, things like that. The way they lost, the way they're losing this game, the way they lost last week, they're not looking sharp. And if they continue to not look sharp, then you can see how this is going to go. They're not going to see 10. It won't happen. Like the only Tennessee we're going to see in the playoffs, I don't think I had a good one for that. I added the playoffs into it and it fucked up the whole vibe. Oh man, let's get back. Let's pull it back in. Let's pull it back into my into where I really want to rest my head at right now. I can be your hero, baby. I had another song about flying in my head. I couldn't sing it. And you know what? I'll never forget what's going on with the Jets. But you guys are kind of goofy to me. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I gotta go into this. I gotta go up there. I gotta go up there one day. I'm not gonna lie. As I'm over here doing my flyboy, doing my jet sign, all right? I had a song in my head, and I couldn't sing the song because of who sings the song. You guys are goofy to me, right? You guys are kind of weird to me. You guys are weirdos. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you guys can be weirdos, like you TikTokers, right? Like you and granted, I'm kind of into TikTok, Instagramming, right? I'm kind of in the community, right? Oh, pause. Right? Kind of fucks with social media like that too sometimes. I'm not in any community, okay? Don't get it twisted. And there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying. Like, I dwell in the hood. I'm not in any community. Just saying. So, I see a lot of people doing the I'm going to make it shake, 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 shake dance thing, right? And it's full blown an R. Kelly song. Right now, you guys understand what happened here earlier. And I could have sworn that R. Kelly was kind of being blacklisted for all of his pedophilia. But you know what? As I was just here thinking about this, right? I just realized, and some of you guys are probably Cleveland Browns fans too. Probably a good portion of you. And the only reason why I say that, right?
Cleveland, this is for you.
Because I saw that Cleveland Browns game, right? Against my Jets. We was in Cleveland, right? We was in your shit pound, right? Your little shit yard. And I seen the mannequin that y'all rolled out there that looked like he had an erection underneath a rag, saying happy endings aren't illegal. And if you think that's all that went on, there you go, kind of happy ending. And that's kind of the extent of what's been happening to over 60 women. I'm not going to say it tells me a lot about you. I'm just saying that you don't look familiar to me, but you're very recognizable. It's okay. I understand. Like some of you guys are disgusting human beings and support molesters and pedophiles and shit like that. Like you guys have no problem with that. I'm pretty sure you guys have those individuals in your family. And you're like, oh, let's keep this in the wraps. Ousted that motherfucker. You guys are the kind of motherfucker that constantly enable those people. And then finally blow up the day when they finally touch your kid. I'm just saying. Keep checking your energy. Keep checking your energy. We gonna be here on the MyT Sports Podcast. I ain't going nowhere. We here for the long run. Was that a pick? Was that a pick? Tennessee just got the ball back. And they threw it away. Yo. If these are the Titans, right, that we are forced to remember this year, they're going to be very, very, very forgetful. They're going to be very unmemorable. You understand? We're going to remember them. Actually, I think KJ said it a while ago. We are going to remember them for being the team that went from first to missing the playoffs. And it's happened. They won't be the first one. I don't think they'll be the first one. They won't be the first team for it to have that happen to them. This is the nature of the National Football League. This is why sometimes we're disgusted by some of the actions that the National Football League takes and some of the stands that it takes and some of its inactions. Right? Some of their verbiage, some of the people that they support. Right? While we have issues with that, the game of football is almost built, especially at this level sometimes. It's like the intrigue, right? The game itself is just good. The product is good. Because you're professionals. Right? Again, like I was having a discussion over the weekend where somebody thought that NFL players don't quite deserve the money that they get, athletes, period. And I was like, yeah, you're bugged out. But you know what? He can't help but think from a worker's mentality. He tries to compare the business of sports to the business world. And while there are some similarities, you have to take into account certain variables. And those very specific variables are the reason why athletes deserve their money. See, he looks at them as too much like workers. And at some point in time, he stopped having to want a conversation with me because once I prove most people wrong, they stop wanting to talk with me, right? You understand? Like they do what most people do when they fail to communicate. They get louder, then they throw a hissy fit, and they catch an attitude. It's okay. I've been a master debater for a while now. I know how to do this. what he had failed to comprehend at the time, right? The one variable that doesn't make athletes regular workers, they're more comparable to actors and actresses on a sitcom. So then I ask you, when Seinfeld was making his money for having one of the top shows on television, and that staff was making that money, did you have a problem with the cast of Seinfeld making their money? Did you have a problem with the cast of Seinfeld being paid hundreds of millions of dollars? Because they were the draw to the reason why they, you understand? Seinfeld could have been with anybody, but they're not. They're with these specific people. And when I said they see, people start getting upset because they start realizing, like, oh shit, he's right. They are like the actresses and the actors of the television show, because that's what they're sold as, a television show. What does the NFL produce? Oh, one of the longest running episodic shows. One of the highest rated shows on television on a this night, this day, this day, this day. They go by ratings. You need a television show. And that's how they sell themselves. Now, I asked another question, an additional question, because he trying to fight me on that one. If the players aren't the product, then, right, or aren't the draw, why do ratings go down when they're scab players? What? Why do ratings go down when they're replacement players? This is when the stumbling, the fumbling, and the bumbling of the words started coming up. But again, see, he took some time. He cooled down, and eventually even though he didn't want to say, he ended up realizing I'm right. Because he can have a belief, and he has a belief that he doesn't want players to get that kind of money because of whatever. He may feel they're entitled or whatever. He has personal beliefs against, because it's no logic behind it. It's something against the athlete that somebody has a problem with. Because when you ask them about the actor and the actress that has the #1 show in the country getting that kind of money or demanding that kind of money from the network, there's no issue there. Or when you ask them, so if you believe that the players are making too much money, then do you believe that the owners are making too much money too? Oh, well, the owners have the this and the la. Yeah. Sorry. Not only do you have a worker's mentality, but you have a slave mentality as well. You're all okay for the big boss or the person up top eating all the money, but not fairly paying out whoever it needs to pay out, but also accepting whatever peanuts that you get. Sorry, pimping. Now, not only do we all not think like that, but that's not how sports works. If there's a money pool to be gotten from, then the players need to keep getting more money as that pool goes up. It's real simple. Like the NBA, yeah, you understand? They cut the bargain agreement for the NBA, or the salary cap for the NBA is about to take another jump pretty soon. This NFL salary cap, you wait and you see how that real jump comes by the end of 2030. You think these numbers are anything now? Wait till the NFL players finally realize that, there's streaming money to get from Peacock. There's streaming money to get from Amazon. There's streaming money to get from ESPN. And wherever we decide to take our package at after we leave DirecTV at the end of this year. I don't know how I got back over here. Like I said, I was reminded of something. I was reminded of a nice little conversation that a friend and I was having about players' pay and if they were deserving of it. See, that's what I see. Things that always bother me, right? You always have to check people when they don't think that people are deserving of things that they earned. Like, whoa, do you not want to give people their due? You just want to keep all the shits for yourself? But you know what? Some people like that. Some people have those hidden beliefs sewn into their fabric. And it takes the right kind of conversation to bring it out in them. Don't worry. The conversation is bringing out a lot, little by little. I'm starting to see peeling back the onions, right, to get to to get to people's core essence. Mm. But was nothing more fun than watching the Jets slowly peel away that victory. You guys understand the Jets versus the Browns game was one of three incredible comebacks from this weekend. One of three. As a Jets fan, as a Jets homer, we just happen to be privileged to have one of them be in our favor. The Jets were down, folks. They were in this game for the most, because this game was tied at half. So let me let you know that the Jets were in this game. For the most part of this game, the Jets were in it. And then we get into the fourth. Things start getting away from them. And next thing you know, it's 17-30. For about a minute and a half left. Cleveland just scored a touchdown, broke one easily, when the Jets had no timeouts left. Meaning that if Cleveland would have just, and he drops it. If Cleveland would have just taken a knee after the first down, they would have iced the game. But the touchdown opened the door. But it wasn't just a touchdown. Like I said, the Jets were in this game the whole entire time. From the very first quarter, going for the onside kick. Gutso, right? Pure gutso by the Jet staff. Like I said, like it's odd because in my eyes, I feel that, you know what? There was a lot of, who is this going down? Please don't be my running back. Is it the running back? Sorry. One of Buffalo's running backs went out, and it's crazy because I grabbed their backup running back off of. I ain't gonna lie. For the first couple of weeks, right? First 2-3 weeks, my fantasy football lineup is looking kind of suspect. But now, right now, I am telling you guys, like, I may be getting lucky. Some things are breaking my way. I got Wilson. I got Garrett Wilson from the Jets. He's about to move into his starting. He's about to move into my starting role because I can't trust Juju Smith-Schuster. And remember, Juju Smith-Schuster is one of those individuals that I may have warned you about because of the quarterback that he has. Patrick Mahomes is just sharing that ball too much. Nobody's really fighting that eating. And the new guy is right now, he's going through his hazing phase. Not saying they purposely not getting the ball to. He just may not be too familiar with him to just bail him out of a scenario. We'll see. I'm not quite sure what's going on with the Juju scenario, but he's not touching the ball enough to me. But what I did find is a young rookie gem. A team that has no other receivers. And they found the guy to force feed the ball to as a number one option. If you guys remember listening to the Fantasy Draft podcast, right? This was a tip that I gave you, right? Now, you know how I do my tips. The MyT fantasy football tips, not winning tips, just tips. Just the tip. Just the tip. Just the tip.
Just say what I want, boss. Much more than just the tips. Just the tips. What I want is much more than just the tips.
So I gave you guys one of those tips. Sometimes it's not about the winning factor. It's about it's how they fantasy. Oh my goodness, Ryan Tannehill. Folks, Ryan Tannehill. I'll give it up for Ryan Tannehill. Having a Ryan Tannehill-ish game for the record books, folks. Listen, I know Ryan Tannehill is no longer a Dolphin, but it gives me massive joy to watch him throw another interception, have the team come up with another turnover. We're talking about now it's pick 6. He's showing pictures of Jalen Hurts benching 500 pounds. Buffalo is up 40 to something. I forgot what it was. 40 to 7. A whole lot to a whole little. Jalen Hurts has finally missed a couple of passes. He's 14 for 16 after starting off 10 for 10 in this game. Buffalo's just celebrating. And folks, I'm telling you right now, Bills Mafia is about to go crazy. This stand is about to go crazy. If these guys want to pop bottles, they can go ahead and do it, right? But this is Bill Mafia, which means they about to start breaking some. You know what's happening right now? You know what's happening right now? People are being shoved in the chest. Hey, yo, Davon, get the tables. That's what's going on in Buffalo right now. They are in full celebration mode. Benny the Butcher, he's over there putting on a mini concert in the parking lot. People are jumping into burning tables. They're keeping it hot, 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 and staying alive. Ryan Tannehill, boy, I'm telling you. See, this is part of the reasons why after all these years, right? After all the years that even when Tennessee's kind of doing good, there's still some weeks I'm like, you know what? I think they can lose this week because you know why? Because you have Tannehill. No thrills, Tannehill. Beat by the Bills, Tannehill. Tannehill. Your mother should have taken that pill. From a sports sense. Nothing personal, just from a sports sense, right? Well, you guys be like, yo, he really hates this guy. Nah, I just hate him in the sports world, specifically in that little realm. Listen, as a Jets fan, I take all these victories. I take all these victories. I take these minor victories. I take these moral victories. I take real victories. That's like how they took that victory. 17-30. 17-30. A minute and a half left to go in the fourth, and the Jets pull off the comeback. You understand how improbable that was? At this point in time, you're talking about the betting odds. The betting odds for them is sitting at 99.98% chance to lose that game. 0.02 chance to win. Boy, and we got the 2% whole milk that we needed. Heavy dose of Gary Wilson. Pause. Onside kick return. Touchdown. I'm gotten real quick. Touchdown recovered or punt recovered. Next thing you know, Jets have a short field. They catch Gary Wilson on a slant. Gary Wilson now takes a ball in. 3 seconds left. You call it, ref. Go ahead, you call it. It's a wrap. What's going on, Jack? I'll let everybody know about our conversation. So the Jets come with a victory, right? And again, I'm telling you, from the first half with the fake punt to the very last play, right? In the fourth quarter with the kickoff return, you can see something changed within the Jets. Like they came out there fighting. Now, as much as I make fun of Joe Flacco, right? And I make fun of him folding to his old team. He could also be looking at the Cleveland Browns like, listen, I used to beat up on you guys all the time. There's no way I will allow myself to be beat by the Browns. I don't care if I'm playing for the Ravens. I don't care if I'm playing for the Jets. I still got that pride in me from when I was a Raven, and I'm not going to lose to the Browns. Now, that's all fun and game, right? Like, we can tickle around with that if we want. More importantly, two things that we thought we had at the beginning of the season. I think we've identified both of those two things early. And that is if we have a number one wide receiver and a number one running back. And it looks like we have both of them in the form of two rookies. Two studs that we can give the ball to, we can force feed the ball to, and they not only continue to come up with plays, but can lead us to hopefully winning games. As this Philadelphia game goes into halftime, Philly is up 24-7. They'll return soon. Buffalo game is just about a minute left in the third quarter. They're up 41-7. 31 right now for Tennessee. That should be an easy first down. Nope. They did some goofy stuff. It could just be this game. It could just be this game. Maybe it's first 2 weeks. Maybe it's because of the no training camp. It could be all of that. Who knows? Right? But Tennessee don't look right. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna keep a serious eye on Tennessee. Tennessee is giving off early signs of we may be the team from last year that made the playoffs to miss the playoffs this year. Not just because they're 0-2 or they're about to start off 0-2. It's how they look in these 0-2 games. They look bad. They look sloppy. They look undisciplined. They look not ready to play football. And I know what that looks like watching the Jets for the last 3-4 years. They look that inept? No, but you have Ryan Tannehill. And when you have Ryan Tannehill, right, whether it's good or if it's bad, like, you know, it's Ryan Tannehill. The Jets made a nice little comeback play. They ended up winning this game 31-30. And again, we're talking about a game that had us up, had us down. They were tied with them at the half. They were down. They fought back early in the game. The trick plays late in the game, gutso, and they got a dub. And on getting the dub, you identified you have offensive talent. You have weapons. What does that mean? That means when Zach Wilson returns. When Zach Wilson returns, he's going to be expected to produce. He's going to be expected to produce. Not as well as Joe Flacco did, but he no longer can look inept. This may be a very quick and very early grand opening, grand close of Zach Wilson if he has a bad year this year. And I'm telling both of you New York fans, make sense. If your quarterbacks ain't cutting this year, they may cut both of them this year and move on. Next year's draft is supposed to have a better quarterback class. They may both move on. I'm starting to see a pattern. Like, listen, you don't have to give quarterbacks 4 or 5 years if you don't need to. You don't have to wait 4 years to figure it out. You don't have to give them to the extension. No, you have 2 years now, 3 years. Let that be somebody else's project. Let some other team that doesn't have a quarterback go out and try to sign him and see what they can do. Denver. Listen, man, things are rough out here. Everybody want to be Tom Brady and Peyton Manning until they realize how much Tom Brady and Peyton Manning really had to work, how good Tom Brady and Peyton Manning really are. the Jets won't be the only one causing waves this weekend. I told you they were one of 3 teams to have a miraculous comeback. The phone lines are open. If you guys would like to call in, Dolphin fans, call in. Because this next section, I guess I'll be talking about you guys. Hold on, I gotta take a drink here. It's gonna be tough having us. I'm gonna have a lot of good things to say about the Dolphins. I want to make sure I can keep my food down. If I say any good things, or as I say good things about the Dolphins. Okay. Let's try this one time. I'm trying to get this all out. Damn. The Dolphins was out here causing waves as well. The Jets weren't the only one playing the comeback kids and playing spoiler. The Miami Dolphins was playing the New York Jets' former opponent from last week. Or opponent from last week, I should say. And while it looked like early that this game was going to go very similar to how that first game went. And we're talking about a game being 14-35. Beginning of the fourth. With about 15 minutes left to go. Full quarter. That's 3 touchdowns the Dolphins are down by. 3. Damn. Isn't it? And Giants sign in Jalen Smith to practice squad. Then Tua put on one of the most excuse me. Tua put on one of the most incredible fourth quarter. Take 14. Tua put on one of the most incredible fourth. All right, I'm out of this. Let's see what happens. Tua got a tongue twister, put on one of the most incredible fourth quarter performances that we are going to see in recent memory. Down 3 touchdowns. He puts up 4. All right. He puts up 4 in the fourth. 4 in the fourth. Running touchdowns, passing touchdowns, last minute touchdowns. We're talking about all you heard was Tua got a touchdown, Tua got a touchdown, Tua got a touchdown, Tua got a touchdown. Tua got 6 touchdowns for the night. I'm going to make this a trivia question. I'm going to make this an end up trivia question. How many quarterbacks have scored 6 touchdowns in a game? And we're going to see the very short list. I may ask the audience to name me 3 of them. Especially since I live down here in South Florida. If everybody don't start saying, hey, Jerry got a 6, then you ain't going to win no doobie snacks. You guys know how this goes. All right. What I'm going to do here, We're gonna take a little break. All right. It's been about a good hour. I think we've been about a good hour now. We're gonna take a quick break. All right. We're gonna pay some respect to all my army brethren out there. When we come back, we're gonna who has we don't even know. When we come back, we'll continue to talk about the Dolphins and their incredible comeback. That and more on the Mighty Sports Podcast.
They didn't join this team to win championships or become famous. They joined because there is important work to be done, and only some able to do it. They are brighter, better educated, led, and equipped than any team in history. They are doctors, lawyers, engineers, technologists, and combat troops, all prepared for whatever comes their way. You'll find them where the lights don't flash, and the only contract they sign is with themselves and their country. One day, they may be asked what they did to make a difference in this world. And they can respond, I became a soldier.
All right, we're back with the Mighty Sports Podcast. I'm still your host and one and only Donald Mark Taylor. Thank you guys for listening, wherever platform you may be listening on, whether that's Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Like, we're everywhere. Podbean for the calling line. Don't forget the phone lines are open. Dolphin fans, let's hear from you. Jets fans, let's hear from you. Bills fans, let's hear from you. 49ers fans, let's hear from you. Cowboys fans, let's hear from you. Phoenix Suns fans, let's hear from you. Vegas fans, let's hear from you. Let's hear from all you guys. I want to hear from all you guys. I want to hear from everybody.
Here go that man.
KJ
Special
Walker.
delivery.
Now, 6 touchdowns. Tua got a victory. More than anything, something that before the game started.
Fuck ass Ravens defense.
Listen, they said the Ravens defense we grew up with. They said the Ravens defense that had Ray Lewis on there.
This ain't your grandma. This ain't your father's Ray Lewis. This ain't your father's Ravens defense.
If
This
this
ain't your cousin's Ravens defense.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, if Ray Lewis is on that team,
Rolling over in his grave.
like Tua would have never
Never.
have lasted the game.
Never. Tyreek Hill running deep like that? Never. Never.
So the Dolphins.
Who Tannehill fucking up like that?
Oh yeah, Tannehill's fucking
Tannehill fucking up like that.
Tannehill's
They
bringing
had
back.
to take Tannehill out.
Oh, they took him out.
They had to take Tannehill out the game. They got the rookie in the game.
Tannehill's playing like classic Tannehill right now.
Oh my god.
Wait, Dwayne Haskins?
No.
Oh wait, sorry. Wait,
Come on, man.
did he die?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, rest in peace to PNG. PNB.
You just dead ass pulled a black people look-alike.
Whatever. I pulled a Stacey Dash.
Come on.
I didn't
man.
know. I didn't know. I just
know.
found. Okay, you know what? This is why the podcast is so great, right? Because we'll go.
Derrick Henry, you're mad as hell right now.
Because we'll go from back and forth from sports to entertainment to life, wherever. Stacey Dash. I love me some Stacey Dash. I remember the first movie I saw her in, Legal in Blue. It's a sex scene in there. I was young.
Shout out to Mo Money.
That was the second movie I saw her in.
That was the first one I saw her in. Mo Money.
Right.
Like, who's this fine ass motherfucker?
But she really came on social media crying. Oh, there goes the rookie taking it himself and fumbling. Yo, it's been this way. Okay.
It can't be Sunday because the way the Titans putting the church's money on the ground.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it definitely can't be Sunday.
Yo, this is what, the
Like
fourth turnover for the game now?
Mike Vrabel gonna have to get high.
Oh man, he can't even look at his team right now. Look at it. He kept it. He kept it right there.
Oh,
It ain't friendly fire. The tight end. That had to be the tight end, right? 88? I know Prince could wear it wherever he wanted now, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna assume
son.
that was maybe
So what?
I don't know. He caught Bedford caught him.
So what? You niggas think just because it's not Sunday, you could just put the church's money on the ground like this?
Oh man, and he stayed in bounds to recover it.
Sick.
Oh man, you guys have been here witnessing all these turnovers I've been catching. Like this Buffalo game has been nothing pretty. Stacey Dash doing the ugly cry on social media, talking about I ain't know DMX died. And he died 2 years ago. Who? DMX. So 2 years ago was the last year. Did he die in 2020?
X?
Yeah.
No, like
It was 2021? Okay. I don't know why I thought it was 20. Cause I could have swore. I could have swore it was in like the peak of the pandemic. No, it was after the pandemic. After the pandemic. Okay. No. Last time I remember seeing him was around the peak of the pandemic. Okay, that's what that was. So she's crying and stuff, on a big storm, and that whole entire world's looking at her like, it's DMX. How you not know that DMX ain't? DMX is. See, it sounds like a joke. My phone won't stop.
Because the fucking group chat is going insane.
So she's now crying and stuff, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, nobody told her. She didn't know at all for a whole year. Like, one, you wasn't close enough to DMX. One, to be like, one, you mustn't have been that close to DMX, like to be this sad, right, in public about his dying, about his passing. If you're not still finding out a year later, where have you been for the last year? Did you take the Kanye route? Like, were you trying to be like in isolation for a whole entire year? You know, she was in the Kanye video. You never know if Kanye came in her ear. I mean, got in her ear, right? So, like, anything could be going on. And then she's upset a second time because she feels like, oh, the culture don't take up for her. Well, the coach is looking at you like, how you not know DMX die? Oh yeah, they're coming out. Don't worry, Liz's gonna catch that motherfucker. It's gonna be feeding time pretty soon.
Look at this, and people were trying to tell me Vikings was gonna win tonight.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure. Wait, did I have that? Where's the sheet at? Where is this sheet?
Man. I heard everybody say Vikings. Like, hey, why you taking the Eagles for? I'm taking the Eagles for one reason and one reason only.
Oh,
Kirk, not my cousins.
So I think I may have posted my picks online because I told him, I didn't get the picks.
When it matters, prime time or any type of expectation, fold. Last week there wasn't no expectation. That's why betting on the Vikings last week was easy money. But tonight, oh no, sir. Okay, who you have? Eagles, nigga, big.
Also, you know how we feel about Jalen. Well, I don't know how you feel about Jalen Hurts, but you know how I feel about Jalen Hurts.
What you mean? You have to ask me how do I feel about Jalen Hurts?
I was gonna say, you know how we feel about Jalen Hurts on the show, but you know how. Wait, okay, we both agree he's better than Tua.
I mean, if you think I don't fuck with Jalen Hurts, all you have to do is ask me what are my expectations for the Eagles this year.
What are your expectations?
Where we at? Point it out. NFC Championship game.
Listen, and now he has both of those wide receivers. He has Old Brown and Young Brown. Is it Old Brown and Young Brown? AJ Brown, right?
I ain't gonna lie. After what Tua did yesterday, today is not a bet. Today is not the day to be talking about how somebody's better than him.
Well, you know what? When you start off 10 for 10.
Oh, like I said, bro did that in the fourth quarter.
He did.
Like,
but he ain't gonna need it. But it's also something to be said for not needing a fourth quarter.
Stop it.
I'm sorry. There's something to be said about not even needing that fourth quarter to being able to.
So would you say the same thing about your Jets?
Well, we came back listen.
But
I'm not comparing. Okay, no. If you would have said what you just said, like, oh, right now ain't the time to like to talk shit about the Jets or whatever. Right? I'm not
doing 4 touchdown passes in a quarter.
Right. What I would say the same thing I'm saying. It's not so much right about the Jets did what they did. It's the fact that the guys we're talking about compared to them didn't need a fourth quarter. Right? They didn't need that extra time. Like they didn't have to come back. They controlled their game the whole entire time. Now, There's still
Now,
time.
granted,
For-
I haven't seen this motherfucker come back from 3 touchdowns down. I haven't seen those motherfuckers come back from 3 touchdowns down.
Now, from what we've seen this weekend, I'm not counting out this game yet.
But no, I'm counting that out.
Listen,
That's done.
I don't know
That's
if
done.
So you saying you ready to pop some champagne?
I pop all the champagne because that's Kirk Cousins on Monday Night Football. People, when will you understand? Kirk Cousins search the nigga record. Kirk Cousins in primetime games that matter, games where people. You see this right here? Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
As I'm talking,
You know what?
down the middle.
I feel like
Come on, man.
You know what's funny?
Justin Jefferson, hurry up and get out of there, man. Trust me, you're gonna get all your numbers and all of that. But in terms of wins, success, you're not gonna get it with that man.
That's not T.O. Oh,
Wouldn't surprise me.
okay.
So you're not gonna get it over there in Minnesota.
What's going on over
Not
here?
with Kirk Cousins. Trust me, the coach know too. Trust me. Listen, Kirk dropped the ball this year. I guarantee there's gonna be a new quarterback starting next year, Minnesota. Guarantee.
You know who I want to listen? There's a quarterback that I wouldn't mind seeing him
Vikings will
leave.
make the playoffs this year. Oh,
it's a
my
wrap.
God. Oh my God.
And
Listen.
it should have been a wrap for Kirk Cousins, but he's been too mediocre. Okay, so who's the better line of mediocrity?
How you talk about Matt Ryan? This is a motherfucker we need to blast too.
Kirk Cousins?
Because at least Matt Ryan got to a goddamn Super Bowl.
Kirk Cousins,
Exactly.
Kirk Cousins played the system.
You gonna credit the man for playing the system and betting on himself and then end up getting the guarantee? But what has he done since then? Once he got that fully guaranteed contract, Talon?
He played the system. He wasn't even supposed to get that though.
But he got it. And once he got it, what has he done with it since?
He's been playing the system since. He's never had expectations.
All I'm saying is,
His Kurt, my third cousin. Like, yo, I barely even talk to you.
all I'm saying is, had that been any other motherfucker up in there,
That we had expectations of. We've never had expectations. I know what you're saying. You're right. If we ever had expectations for Kirk Cousins, we've never had expectations for Kirk Cousins.
you gonna tell me there's no expectations on Minnesota going into this season? Tyler?
Maybe Minnesota, but we've never had expectations
You
of
gonna
Kirk Cousins.
tell me that there's no expectations going on in Minnesota, Tyler, for this year?
Okay.
You gonna tell me that? You gonna look me, the
Let me
football head in my face and tell
Let me
me?
answer that question because it has layers. Yes, Minnesota has expectations. But listen, let me finish. Every time you hear about Minnesota's expectations, it always is kind of a void of the quarterback or if the quarterback. So it's not so much because they know they have the team. They're still trying to figure out, can that quarterback, the team has expectations. Nobody has expectations for Kirk Cousins.
Talon.
Yes.
You're gonna tell me the football world does not have expectations for the Minnesota Vikings this football season?
They don't have any for Kirk Cousins, but yes, they have it for the Minnesota Vikings. Those are two different things.
Who is leading the men? Who do we at the end of the day? It's the realest shit, and a lot of these football niggas say this. Who do they attach the wins and losses to? The coach and the quarterback, right?
I know what you're saying.
Right.
We don't have expectations from Kirk Cousins. We expect him to fail. And sometimes he does
The majority of the noise is people expect nice things from these Minnesota Vikings this year. I don't.
Void of Kirk Cousins.
Because, what do you mean void of Kirk? You can't. So what the fuck is this now? He's all of a sudden Jimmy G?
See, that's the caveat that they always put out there when they talk. It's they can do this, but we don't know about. We have the question marks about him. And listen, I'd rather have Jimmy G on his team than Kirk Cousins.
You rather have Jimmy G on this? Okay.
A Minnesota?
Okay.
And I'm glad you reminded because you just reminded me now of the other name I was thinking of. We all, like when we think about middle of the road quarterbacks, right? We always talk about Kirk Cousins, kind of like, okay, is he better than or worse than Kirk Cousins? Where does Jimmy where's when we talk about mediocre quarterbacks? Where's really Kirk Cousins and where's Jimmy G? Is Jimmy G the upper echelons of mediocre quarterbacks, or Kirk Cousins the bottom of it, or Kirk Cousins in the middle of it, of the upper, and Jimmy G's in the more of the top upper of mediocre quarterbacks?
See, the annoying thing with whole ass Kirk Cousins is his whole ass will go do some crazy shit when it's a game that it's middle of the day, you're not paying attention to it, or
Yeah, like they're in London.
or a game
No,
like
not in London.
or a
There's
game
lights in London.
or a game like last week where it's up in the air and there's no expectation, something like that. The moment they do something nice and you expect something nice from Kirk, it's like the elf. It's like Santa giving you your coal for Christmas, son. Like, no, nigga, you get coal. You get coal. You don't get nothing.
Cold world.
That's all you get from Kirk Cousins. You get coal. When you need it most, you get coal.
That's kind of what I expect from Kirk. Who do you have more expectations from in any given game? Jimmy G or Kirk Cousins?
Jimmy G.
I know what you're saying.
Jimmy G.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
The motherfucker's been to 2 NFC Championship games in the Super Bowl.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So he
that
at
Minnesota
least has been in that fire and won some playoff games. This nigga here hadn't even got there.
Cook. Oh yeah, because you're starting running back just went out last week. Just went out today, and guess who's on my bench? I got two rookies on my bench ready to break out next week. Oh yeah, we gonna have some fun. They got the rookie out there now. Like, yo, you remember you fumbled last week? Let's go ahead and get you some reps so you can get like
the pain that immense when I saw his name was taken. When I was scheming and I was like, damn it. Who is the fucking motherfucker who took this nigga from me? And when I told you, I said, it's a good thing I don't get the CT right now. Had this been a live podcast, I'd have flipped the show. I'd have flipped the shit upside down.
He would accuse me of looking at his draft board or something. I swear to God, he would.
Facts.
He would have been like, you know nothing about him. Well, tell me anything about him. And the only thing I would have been able to tell you is that I know he's the back of the Buffalo. Listen, I have strategy. I have schemes and strategies. Some people's names don't matter to me.
You don't even know how nice he is. You don't even know how nice he is.
I'm about to.
You don't deserve him. You don't deserve him.
So, guys, you know what? I have something for you. Some more fantasy football tips. Not winning tips. Just tips. Just a tip. Another one. Just a tip. Just a tip.
Let's just say what I want.
Oh my God! No, you play with me. Everything that I'm seeing is validating why I said what I said. And when this shit stops, I'll say it again so the show can hear me. Because they haven't officially heard me say it. Break my route, catch the snap, run on the middle. Took every ankle on the field. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 ankles. And then put on the burners. Let me get that edge. Lucky somebody knew math and came at the gym magical correct angle to cut me off. Yo, AJ Brown, schooling these youngsters, making Tennessee regret they ever let him go. This is actually poetic justice that the team that could be using a wide receiver right now as their ground game has been shut down is watching another team as they just added another wide receiver onto their team. Look. Talk to me. One wide receiver. We're not going to help. We're not going to stop this beat down. But you know how they've looked with at least one good, viable wide receiver to keep the defense half honest. The way that boy out there throwing that football, did you see that he passed the Diggs? But that's AJ Brown. You would have been passing some of those too, though. Diggs. Sorry. Yeah. Did you see how you threw the Diggs down the middle? Oh, Josh. Look like Post Malone's little brother. Like, hey, you're right. He's like, nah, I can't get those face tattoos like you did. I'm sorry.
It's like Ben Roethlisberger, Brett Favre with Joe Montana accuracy wouldn't have had a fucking child, and that's what you get.
J.A.
Yes, it makes sense now. It makes sense.
Oh man.
Oh, you're fucked up. You're fucked up.
I gotta find out what Jalen Hurts' middle name is now. Something like Anthony or Adam. Antonio.
You have an Anthony ass fucking vibe. Jalen Anthony Hurts. I would die laughing too. That's actually the nigga name.
It'll be Nathaniel. We had it. See, black people are so good, but I hate them. Say something. Tell me who name is. Please tell me.
Just take a guess, please.
Antoine.
Don't.
Anthony. Oh, okay. Alexander. Me, don't do that, B. Don't do that, B. Don't do that, B.
Ja!
Another jaw. Okay.
It all makes sense. It all comes full circle. Jalen Hurts taking this step and be having this much faith and taking forever to understand, like, why do I have this much faith in this motherfucker? Ja! Look at him work. Look at that.
So you're right, too. Like, today's a day.
Yeah, today's the day. You only 2-0.
Today's a day to give two of his flowers.
6 TDs, 4 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Granted, like I said, that is not your big brother's Baltimore Ravens.
Now, I do have.
Oh shit. That's the play right there that could turn this whole shit around. Right there.
What did I say? Oh, I actually had a pass already. That'll be some time already. Unless. That was actually the next one. I was like, wait a minute. Unless it's about to happen right now. I was like, oh, that was earlier today. Unless, nope, it's happening right. That's what I said. This is the one game I'm worried about because we saw too many comebacks this past weekend. Teams were inspired this weekend. They didn't give up.
Hold my beer.
Miami was one of them. 35-14. Fourth quarter to go. He put it.
You know what's crazy? That whole time, I'm sitting there because I was at Bruce yesterday. I was at Bruce. The whole time I'm sitting there, I'm like, this don't feel like the same old Dolphins. Same old Dolphins? Oh,
I'm just mad at Brian.
You felt
I'm just mad Brian Flores is getting credit.
them quitting. You would have felt them quitting. Same old Dolphins. I didn't feel them quit the whole time. So I'm like, yo, like, granted, you know how Baltimore can quit. And the weapons they got, as long as they just find a way to hang around, whatever. Cool. They got the first touchdown, bring it to 14. I'm like, 12 minutes left. It's like 10 minutes. Like, you know, play some deep. You got plenty of time. Plenty of time. And it's funny. This is the fair weather shit. I'm not even a Dolphin fan. I have more faith in the fucking Dolphin fans than I was fucking with watching the fucking game. I'm like, dog, all this time, you just got a touchdown on this 14-point game and whatnot. Still had no faith. I'm like, you can't see. It's clear as day that you got a different team than you used to have. They're clearly not quitting. They're not quitting. So like, I'm just watching. I'm like, okay, punt, all right. Then I see two drop back, throw it in the air. I'm like, okay, where's this going? Oh shit!
It was one of those games to see. It was, but and you know it's funny. I know they were down. I know they were down. This is one of the reasons why I got because one of the things I definitely had to address between in my
backseat.
one of the things I had to address in my Dolphins chat group. I asked him any concern about the fact that he threw 50 times in that game. No, right now. It was like hopefully one of the things they say. All of them kind of said hopefully this isn't the norm, but this was just something that had to be done probably because of how much they were down. I'm like, okay, you know what? I take it. I see, but I just want to see those.
Oh, you see, look at Kirk. Look at that. And you want to have faith. Look at him. Look at him.
Look at them.
Come on, man.
We don't like that. Do you like that? No, we
No.
don't like that. We don't like that.
You just proving me right.
Is that his second interception? Is that
Second one.
Is that what the fans?
To back drive.
Is that why the fans are out there?
Look at that.
Twos?
Come on, man.
They definitely are two-win on the Dolphins. I mean, not the Dolphins. I mean, the Vikings.
I'm like this though. I at first week 3 seemed like a drag to me in terms of games, but then I saw those motherfuckers got to come down here next week. I said, "Oh,
The Buffalo's coming out here. Oh, so who's gonna be? Oh, my people's gonna be at that game tomorrow.
oh shit! I got to see that shit. I got to see that shit. I got to see that.
Oh, yeah,
That's because if you get a win like that last week, I mean yesterday, you talk about a perfect test.
division rival. Anything can go.
And you
down
see,
here.
you see how what they've been doing. Like bro, like the way this shit moving right now.
Somebody extend the time off.
It is so tailor made. Just think, yo, it is tailor made.
You play on
Mahomes versus Allen for the AFC Championship game again this year. I don't see all that Herbert talk is cute. The Dolphins with their little win yesterday is cute. The Ravens, that shit was cute until yesterday, the fourth quarter. I don't know what the hell he did. Fuck that was for. The Bengals are still the Bengals.
That's how lucky the Bills are. Like last time they played a game was on September 9th, and their next game is going to be until the 26th of September. Like, how you going to bye week in week 2?
Tennessee doing Tennessee things. You can think about it though. Tennessee been getting their heart ripped out of them these last few games. The way they lost that playoff game to the way they lost the Giants game. I'm like, these niggas are down. And then you go see these motherfuckers up in Buffalo on Monday night? Ah, come on, man. You know what time it was.
Tennessee needs to pick me up game. They need to play like Cleveland or something.
Can't even say go play Jacksonville because of what they're doing.
Jacksonville's been looking good so far.
If anything, go play Denver right now with their boo-boo ass offense. After all that money.
Hey, the second time Denver's been called out. I took my shot at Denver. Right?
The only thing that was really sour, and this was the immediate thought after that game yesterday, they went final. Two things. One, damn, I hear this nigga chill voice in my head right now. I hear this nigga chill voice in my head right now. You do all that stuff and whatnot, because granted, listen, your defense fucked you, but granted, it's not like it's make it take it out here, man. Got the ball back. And now the problem with me defending somebody to this core, now, like I have to do with this nigga here, I have to literally sit and psychoanalyze. I can't even be a fan. That's what really also sucks about me really going out on a limb on Philly this year like this.
Oh, see, I can be a fan of Jalen Hurts. Like,
Exactly. I can't even sit down and just watch the game to watch the game. I have to really psychoanalyze every fucking thing that you do. And that's what I had to do with the Lamar game yesterday. I was a game like that. You gotta understand, midway third, I was like, yes, Lamar, this is the exact game that I'm talking about, just so I can stuff it in this nigga Chillwell face. And then there were about 2 throws in that fourth quarter when the Dolphins were making that run. I said, this is the shit Chillwell talking about right here. You got your backup tight end over the middle, wide open on the third down, 3rd and 10. Granted, he still should have caught it, but you should have hit him smack in the chest. Because if you hit him smack in the chest, he's getting another 10 yards on that play, at least. And this was when this is when it became a 1-score game. So now you got more time burning.
So I'm telling you right now what he's saying. He's like, listen to me, Kurt. There's a lot of time left in this game. We have a whole entire fourth quarter. Put your head down. Yeah, we've seen a lot of comebacks this weekend. We can pull this off. We just got to get a stop here. We get the ball back in your hands and we can make things happen.
Or you could just do Kurt, not my cousins type things and turn the ball over again.
But that's not. I mean, that's what his coach is saying to him.
That's what his coach is saying. When you like that, you like that. He not like that. You like that?
We don't like that.
Okay then.
Now, I mentioned this earlier, right? I told you I was gonna give credit to one team for a lot of the guts so I've seen and a lot of the energy I've seen this NFL start off with, especially this week. I give a big shout out to the Giants.
I was about to say Giants.
I really think what the Giants did in week 1 with the Tennessee Titans and that 2-point conversion and the way Saquon came out looking and the kind of energy that came out of that game, I think they really helped spark some of these coaches to not want to play so close to the vest and realize that, you know what?
Oh, this nigga here.
No wonder they turning over the ball right now.
This nigga Harden at the game? Oh, man.
All right, Harden. It's okay. It's time off.
We'll deal with you. We'll deal with you when the time is right, brother.
For real.
Man. We'll deal. Trust me, your time coming. Your cook up coming. Your IHOP pancakes are coming, nigga.
Ooh, those look good though. Not 2 for 2 right now. Ooh. Sorry, when someone start breaking out a cold sweat, those pancakes looking extra fluffy.
Lord have mercy.
Like those pancakes look like they shouldn't even be called
Lord
pancakes.
Have mercy.
It should be called yams.
Lord have his mercy.
Oh man, speaking of pancakes, I gotta call somebody and see how they're doing.
Bomboclat.
They got into a car accident. Look, I just saw the car accident for Allstate. They got into a car accident. So I'm sorry. I was thinking pancakes still, but car accident. Allstate commercial. Where were we? Oh, the Giants. I thought the Giants helped bring an energy to them. So especially when I saw how the Jets came out this week, right? And I saw the fake punt early. I'm like, oh, look at El Salah. Robert Salah.
Well, the motherfucker couldn't say what he said and didn't have his team ready for the shit.
For everything. Yeah, but like, yo, we gonna go for this. We gonna fake this.
Yeah.
But you know what though?
So you don't say shit like that, and then it's like you playing conservative. Because it's like, yo, nigga, if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out swinging today, son.
But can I tell you something? Something I also feel he did too. I feel like he went out, he watched some old Rex Ryan videos. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Two things. Not so much about what he said, right? But how he came out for that game. They came out, like I said, that trick play early, that kind of stuff, that's that braggadocious stuff that Rex Ryan used to do. Rex Ryan used to come out like, you know what? We're going to try this in the first quarter and see when they catch him off guard, punch him in the mouth early. No, he always used to do, that's old school Buffalo fans, right? Like, he did. Rex Ryan used to do that stuff. He also was stuck with Mark Sanchez and Geno. Well, maybe it was Mark Sanchez era. They would try a wildcat with B. Smith coming out the backfield. They would go for these trick plays, fake punts, fourth and ones. We go for it early because it's those weird plays, and they don't focus so much about who's doing it. But it's those weird plays that early on they spark your team. Like they give that extra energy into them. They get that because now the team starts feeling, okay, here comes like coach got faith. Like coach is feeling us. Like coach is out here, you know what I mean, trying to like doing everything to win this game. So let's go out here, and let's see we could continue vibing like this. It turns up that energy level just a little bit. If they look like they was humming at an 8. You know what I mean? Get them up to a 9 a little bit. So something unexpected happened. It wakes everybody. It wakes the offense up, wakes the defense up, wakes the special team up, and it kind of wakes up both sides. Now, what it's meant to do, even though it's waking up the defense, waking up the other team, it's over there to rattle them. Like it's over there to make them feel like, oh, what's going on here? Flag on the play.
Hey, telling my boy, what? Stop playing with my boy. Let's go, Jalen. Come on, man. Ja! Whole ass ref. Fuck, nigga.
Repeat first.
Whole ass ref.
Let's see if we see any holding here. Yeah, he had him, and he turned him.
I'm not even gonna lie, this wasn't the happiest NFL week for me.
Did you take a couple of bad beats?
No. It's not even just bad beats. It's just like storylines that just feed into that negative narrative. When it came to Lamar with that L, like, granted, you can't put that whole loss on him, but it's a game like yesterday that flat out points. All right, this is a time for you to go earn yours. And granted, he was doing the damn thing. But then when it got close again, and it's like, all right, time to go earn yours.
And I didn't.
It's like, granted, the loss is not on him, but you know how it could be. It's leaving that little wiggle room for people to nitpick and point like, stuff like that. It's like, come on, man. You know, damn. I hated that for him. I hated that for him. I hated that shit for Jameis, man.
Yeah.
Hated that shit for Jameis.
Jameis took a bad L.
No. I'm not talking about bad L. I'm talking like literally
What they said.
Reverting back to the bullshit that got you out of Tampa to begin with those bad turnovers. And I watched that game. I'm like, oh, I could tell, like, bro, your turnovers are coming because you're being greedy right now.
He's pressing. He started pressing. But you know what though?
Greedy.
When you start pressing, sometimes is when you make your mistakes, and it's like you almost could see it coming.
The problem is he's got weapons to where he has no need to press. I got Mike Thomas here. I got Landry here. I got the young rookie Olave here. And I still got my Pro Bowl running back who hasn't been back yet from injury or whatever the hell.
Yo, they couldn't take him down. They couldn't get the ball out of his hand. And he the smallest man on the field. What's going on, sis? Listen, no, it's going to look like it's almost how we blame Matt Ryan and all of them. We understand your defense may be failing you, but you can't fail as an offense, and you can't start playing prevent offense either.
Matt Ryan.
But that's what we saw. We saw a bunch of blown leads. We saw a bunch of quarterbacks up, and suddenly you couldn't do more. What happened here? The whole entire fourth quarter, the Miami Dolphins, not Miami Dolphins, but the Baltimore Ravens get 3 points. 3. The Cleveland Browns, they scored. Well, it was only a minute and a half left. I would say they scored nothing in a minute and a half.
You didn't even know where I was going when I said that. On a day where we're seeing all these blown leads and comebacks, Matt Ryan getting shut out to Jacksonville.
We ain't even talking about it. Because you know why? He got sent to a place I feel like he's gonna be underneath the radar for a little while. Like, we're gonna be mad that he's fucking up Jonathan Taylor's career, but I feel you caught me on YouTube. That's what's up. We are aware. I see you. I see your comment coming in there. No, it gets stunning, but these games and this week and this week in football, it's these comebacks, right? Because that's what's really had all of the fans buzzing. And it's funny that KJ's talking about how his Dolphin fan friends had no faith. It was the same thing for my friends. Like, you can see them. I had 2 friends, and you can see them back to back, cussing out the Dolphins. See, this is la. Oh, here goes another shit year. All of the stuff. And then as they come back, you start seeing them both reacting. Oh, I'm sorry, Dolphins. I spoke too soon. And I'm apologizing. Sometimes I get ahead of myself and la, but I'm a fan to the end. Back to back posts. 2 different people. And you can see the progression. The Dolphins made a statement. The Dolphins definitely made a statement. And they definitely put up on a performance. They put on performance. The Jets put on performance. But speaking of performances,
Shout out to Blue Chew.
right? Oh no, not even them. Don't you guys forget that on October 21st, we have in Art We Lust 3, where it's going to be an art show coming up at the
Slayer's locking up Justin Jefferson.
Is he not? Then tell me what's going on then. Ooh.
They about to show. They about to show the problem. Hold on. Wait for it.
Well,
Wait for it.
Let's talk it out.
You see that individual right here who's about to throw this ball?
Number 8,
right
okay,
there.
I see him.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there. What about Darius Slay? Darius Slay couldn't lock up Jordan Jefferson.
Who said that? Who said that? What do you do?
What I'm saying is the dummies, the football dummies out here will think that Justin Jefferson's getting locked up.
So school him. Let him know.
One-on-one? Like, nigga, please, for one, LSU, we breed that shit. The fuck? Justin Jefferson, shout out Jefferson, shout out Jamar Chase. You get locked up but one-on-one? The fuck? Your bitch-ass quarterback is your problem. Get to a real team. Get to a real QB. Shit. Look at that. Bums.
So see, I feel like you like the way I feel about like Ryan Tannehill on in a random division is how you feel about Kirk Cousins.
Dog, how I feel about
Or how I feel about like Matt.
Because my problem with him is like I watch these games, bro. He flies under the radar for not coming up big. But then people are so quick to get on some of these other guys, yo. So quick. Whether it's Deshaun Watson for football related things, not Mr. Freakman type things, or even Lamar, Tua even, and it's like, dog, you got motherfuckers like this who nobody talks about, who steadily fucks up. He gives you the impression because you have a game here or there where nobody's fucking paying attention, where he goes crazy. Look at this. Oh, that would have been perfect. That would have been icing on the cake right there.
Because he's literally a middle of the road quarterback that nobody ever has expectations
come
of.
On. I literally said, and the only reason I didn't drop a bet on this fucking game is because for some reason Bovada chose this weekend to be on some whole shit when I really could have had probably about $1,500 to $2,000 coming to my account if these fuck niggas would have been on point. But whatever, I'll let that go. I'll get mine the rest of the year. I got 15 weeks between college and NFL to get mine. So whatever. But damn, that really hurt. Fuck. But man, it's like, what has he done? I think he made the playoffs one time, and it wasn't even with Minnesota. With all the offensive weapons that they have over there, Washington, and Rodgers took that ass out real quick. So it's like nobody's busting you. But I mean, people like look, hey, oh, come on, fumble right there. I watch Kirk Cousins and I want to apologize to Matt Ryan almost. Because it just ain't right. Like, I'm sorry.
But you know what though?
Justin, because
Philly, they just showed Philly doesn't even blitz like this, but they saw something, they see something, and they realize not only is there like a
72nd fumble since becoming the starter in 2015, most in that span, but they'll stay dogging Daniel Jones for dropping the ball.
He's in New York. He gets more attention.
Either way, it is what it is. But Daniel Jones hasn't gotten $84 million fully guaranteed on his contract like this nigga did.
He also wasn't the 5th overall pick, and I've never had expectations.
It don't matter.
It does.
Once you
Kirk Cousins worked the system.
No,
he should have never gotten this money.
No. But once you get 3 years, $84 million, and then an additional year on top of that for another $30 million that year.
That's that team's buffoonery.
So at that point, there's an expectation on you.
From who?
The money that you just got paid.
Well, the money can't talk.
Oh, the money talks. The money talks.
The money don't even have
The
expectations.
money talks.
The money
You
don't
can
even have
shut
5-piece
that shit
signature
down.
for $6.99.
Hey, yo,
Yo, they still the
Yo,
stuff.
yo, yo. Tell me how I was driving yesterday. Because, you know, now I'm down basically 10 minutes, 15 up the street
Yeah.
down there. So I take Pine Island straight up when I'm coming up here to watch games. I bust a right onto Atlantic right there from Pine Island. I look to my left, see it's like, okay. Because, you know, I see that Walmart right there for the longest. I'm like, oh, they're building something here. What's that? Why don't I see a Popeye sign? Yeah, they're bringing a motherfucking Popeyes up here, B.
They're bringing one closer.
They're bringing the Popeyes closer, B. And you know what the wild shit is?
I don't gotta go to 31st no more. I don't gotta be on Commercial no more. I hate that parking lot over there in Commercial. That shit's the worst. The worst.
Horrible, son. Horrible. But you know wild shit? One thing about that Popeyes over there, they're gonna be some good chicken up in there.
It better be.
Cause you fuck around with one of these rich white people up here on the west side.
Oh no, listen.
I said,
listen,
we gonna have some problems.
We about to have the freshest
Listen.
red beans and rice ever.
Listen,
That shit is not going to fly.
Listen.
Just let you know, Popeyes, you
This
have
is
the
a top
support.
10 robbery of all time. How the hell did ESPN pull that shit off?
What's that?
You got them two motherfuckers calling the main shit. Then you got Eli and Peyton on the side shit.
Well,
Oaks.
the
Shout out to ESPN for that.
shout out to Peyton Manning for that. They came to them. They pitched them with the side thing, with the side hustle.
Oh no, the Peyton thing.
Yes.
That's one thing. I'm talking about the fact that now you got. I mean, arguably, depending on who you talk to, probably one of the best broadcasting duos.
Who was that? Joe Buck and Booger? I didn't get the chance to see.
Cowboy quarterback.
Oh, Troy Aikman and Booger?
Not Romo, but the good Cowboy quarterback.
Johnny Unitas?
The good Cowboy quarterback. the one who actually did something. The one who actually didn't fold. Jalen?
Johnny Unitas?
Jalen, you getting up too slow for me.
No,
okay?
Johnny Unitas
Please.
played for the Colts. He didn't play for the Cowboys.
I'm sorry, I forgot what you just said. Jalen was getting up a little too slow for me, darling. Jalen, please. Jalen, don't do it to me, okay? Please.
All right, what's Lisa
Please.
Santos' report? Okay,
I seen Trey Lance. Woo, Trey Lance. Praying for you, brother. Damn, that was fucked up.
All right, so speaking of performances, right? And I guess you could call them other magical moments.
Church.
We talked about the Jets already. No. Something even better. We have a couple of champions to recognize, right? Yes, we have a couple of champions to recognize. So let's start off with the light one, right? We had a couple of world games going on, right? And the Spain team ended up beating the French team 88-76. But this was even a little bit more important than this. This was the battle of the EuroLeague MVP versus the NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Same position. Rudy Gobert versus Juancho Hernan Gomez, brother of Willem Hernan Gomez, former Knick, or Juancho Hernan Gomez, the star of that movie with Anthony Edwards in it. Forgot the name of that movie. Rise, get up. You got served, something like that.
Don't do that. That was a good fucking movie.
What, you got served?
No. I'm talking about.
I don't know the name of the movie though.
You really don't know.
No, I don't joke when I make fun of things names. I really don't know. I just say things that kind of sound like it. I haven't seen it yet. No. I didn't see that movie. on sports.
It's on Netflix, man. You don't tell me you don't have. It's 2022. You don't tell me you don't have no Netflix.
I'm behind on sports movies.
You don't tell me you don't have. You avoiding my question. It's 2022. You don't tell me you don't have no Netflix.
Netflix. Oh, you're missing the fact that I am behind on sports shows and sports movies. I actually realized recently I haven't watched like a sports movie or sports show in like forever. Like I haven't watched one since The Last Dance. I didn't see the Jeter joint. What? I didn't see because you know what? By that time I stopped watching all these things. I didn't watch the Red Flex joint, not the Red Flex. The Red Sox. I refused to watch that. The Reggie Miller joint. I refused to watch that joint. Well, I think they did Reggie Miller. I can't remember. Like they got a point where I stopped watching.
God, Daisy.
Yo, that was twice. That was twice. That was back to back.
And people wanted to pick the Vikings tonight. This is the reason why. Understand. This is the reason why I said no. Kirk Cousins on prime time. I'm not doing it. I cannot do it.
That's rough. I'm sorry.
Are you serious? Justin is wide open. Naked open on the fade.
The thing about it,
Horrible pass.
he just threw that same pass and it almost got picked off.
Almost got picked. You come back and did the same shit. Only to get burned. You got a receiver who's top 5 in the NFL. You can't even throw a proper fade?
No risky, no biscuit.
It's all right, Justin.
Let's see who I had in week 2.
It's all right, Justin. We gonna come get you.
Okay, so I had Buffalo and I
We'll
had
come
Philly.
get you, son.
Good. I had to pull it up to make sure I didn't have it on the paper, but I have it on social media for all to see.
Girls with them little bitty boobs, they think that men don't like them, but my dear, that isn't true.
It's the audio attached
That's
to that.
Kirk Cousins singing around, whole hopping.
And I picked Green Bay to win. Did Green Bay win? Yeah, Green Bay
Yeah,
lost
Green
that
Bay
axe.
waxed.
Arizona came back and won. Good.
I lost that one.
Good. Denver lost?
No, they won.
Oh, okay. People were talking like Denver lost for a second.
The Bengals screwed me again.
Yeah, I got
not
schooled by the
again,
Bengals. San Francisco won, right?
Trey!
The Rams won.
Barely. Falcons tried to pull.
Pittsburgh lost. The Giants won.
Fucking muff punt.
New Orleans lost. Did Indy win or lose? They lost. Yes, right. We just talked about
I'm about
this.
to say.
My bad.
One.
Did the water closet win
Shut
or
out.
did the water closets win or lose?
The Lions.
No. The team that the Lions won?
The Lions waxed. They waxed Washington.
Did they? I got that running
Waxed
back. Okay,
They
damn, I was wrong on that one. I picked the water closets.
Nah.
I had the
never.
Jets, I had
I would
Baltimore,
never.
and I had the Chargers on that one. I went against Kansas City.
Never. Charge.
I ain't having
You
any
know
more
me.
the rest of this year.
You know me. You got to show me.
I said I took
You got to show me before I believe it.
I took an
And the Chargers didn't show me. That's why I took the Chiefs. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes. Shout out to the defense for coming through on that money for me. And fuck Bovada for costing me $1,000.
I took an early leap of faith. I took a
Damn,
very much
dog.
early leap of faith.
B, I had a perfect parlay for Saturday. Them motherfuckers wouldn't let me send my money over. I'm like, bro, I just gave y'all the money last week. What the hell you talking about? Now I can't send bread? That's crazy. Perfect shit. $100 would have got me $984. Wow. And the thing that
What was the three games? What was
know,
the 3 games?
oh no, it was 4.
What was the 4 games?
It was on some college shit from Saturday. I had Oklahoma spread. They waxed Nebraska. The funny shit is, when you start to peep with some of these games where the spreads are like 30 points or whatever, you don't want to do the whole game. Because remember, if they waxing a team so bad, they can start sitting niggas.
So you got to do it for the half.
First half. So you get the first half shit. Georgia.
So you're saying
half,
college is only kind of like in the regular season, is only kind of like important for the first half?
No, what I'm saying is if they're playing a sorry team, you want to play on only the first half of the game. But if it's actually a good game, like one of my other tickets one of my other plays was BYU and Oregon. I took Oregon on the money line to pull off the upset. Win. Oklahoma win. Fucking Georgia first half minus 16. Win. What was the last one? I'm trying to remember the last one. Fuck.
Why do you think of that? What was the college game day this week?
Appalachian State.
That's
pulling off the robbery. They took everything from Texas A&M.
Oh, that's because they beat Texas A&M last week, right? And
Facts.
so they got the
Game
day.
Game day was supposed to be in Texas A&M for the Hurricanes coming through there, but Appalachian came through and said, "We'll take your $1.6 million that you're giving us to play."
And is it Appalachian at HBCU?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'm mistaken. Okay.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll take your $1.6 million that you paid us to come play here. We'll take the win on your home field, and we'll take College Game Day over back with us to the crib. That's legendary. That's fucking legendary right there. I've never seen that before.
Well, good for them, because you know what? They earned it. So who they play now? Don't even. We'll come back.
I know they had another Hail Mary against Troy on Saturday. That shit was lit too. I know they had another Hail Mary, but in regards to this coming up Saturday.
Okay, no, it's past Saturday. So they played Troy.
No, yeah, they played Troy. Another Hail Mary.
Okay.
Hail Mary.
Alrighty. We have to catch up for the next one. We're gonna be looking at KG to keep us up on the college game days from week to week.
The Steelers fucked me on Sunday though. My God. I had the perfect ticket. $100 would have won me $800. Saints first half win.
See,
what was the other one? Fuck. Let me find it. I know I got the picture.
Why do you think that was? I'm mad I didn't hear this very specific piece
Saints first half, Browns first quarter, smack. Steelers just had to win. If Steelers just won, your boy walking in here about $800 richer. Damn it, Steelers. Fucking muff punt.
Well, I heard this.
Off your face mask. Dumb nigga.
We can tell he's a little upset. So let's lighten up the mood. Right? Let's get back into some championship talks.
Ooh,
right?
I love championship talks.
Let's get back to some championship
champions.
Talks.
Winners.
Because we talked about Spain beating France.
Ain't nothing but winners.
And like I said,
here.
And
winners.
The only bad thing about that is how bad Rudy Gobert comes out looking.
Ooh.
Juancho Hernan-Gomez put up 27 on his head.
I swear.
9 for 11 shooting.
Movie gave that nigga powers.
Right? But listen to this. 9 for 11 shooting. Only 2 for 2 from mid-range. 7 of 9 from 3. Damn. Cooked him out there.
Cooked. You know he not coming out there.
Exactly. He took advantage of it. Fournier. You know, Fournier always does good in these foreign games. He dropped 28 on them. You want to know how many points Rudy Gobert had?
He look like an all-star in these fucking games. But on my Knicks.
But we got rid of him finally. So the Knicks have done something very successful in the offseason. They got rid of all of those old guys that we no longer wanted or needed on the team.
All these young niggas, all the young niggas.
So Fournier is gone. Kemba Walker's gone. Alex Burke is gone. Taj Gibson is gone. Nerlens Noel is gone. Like all them guys is gone. The only person still there, the oldest guy is Derrick Rose and Julius Randle.
My boy Opie on the verge of coming out here putting 18 and 10 on motherfuckers.
18 and 12. Right, with 3 alley-oops in the game.
At
least 2 bang.
Man.
Well, 2 alley-oops.
See what happens when you give the young nigga opportunity. Well, he was out here putting 30s and 40s toward the end of the season. Like, come on, man. Stop playing with my boy.
I'm going to call him for 3 combinations of alley-oops or put-back dunks in the game. To start it off early.
Look at my boy Jay.
I'm telling you, man. People don't give him enough credit. That's
what
I'm talking about.
Now you gotta let me say what I told you on the phone because I haven't technically said it over the air.
Go ahead.
All right.
Talk your talk.
All right. So let me talk my talk real quick, man. So because everybody wants to see the dark horse and whatnot,
Philadelphia Eagles have literally everybody want to talk about Jalen Hurts have some is not Jalen. Tua is set up for which he is in terms of giving him. But have you motherfuckers seen this Philadelphia Eagles team from offensive line to running back to receiver to defense, D line, linebacker, secondary? Are we serious? Are we serious? We talk about somebody put him in a nigga. You get it done this year, you the guy. But you don't. Just know we got 3 first-round draft picks next year. So, like, time ticking. Time ticking. But if there was one person that I have faith in just because of what brother's been through, not necessarily been through trials and tribulations, but more of just like, dude, like
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Well, listen, this is why. Listen, Jalen Hurts is really quickly one of my favorite young quarterbacks.
Good people like him would from just being yanked in the middle of a championship game
and like
to having to sit through the whole next year and then go transfer and then go.
But
ball.
also,
it's like
the way that he lost his
people
job,
like that. Good people like that are gonna get theirs.
Like I said, and not only did he lose his job, right, or kind of like lost his starting job that one year, the very next year he got the opportunity to do the same thing for the other guy and shine the same exact way, which made me show like, okay,
go ahead, Jay.
When
go ahead.
Flag back there. That which shows me that in both scenarios, right, that when that defense hasn't really prepared for you and that backup quarterbacks comes into this system and changes the whole entire pace and energy, they both could be successful because they both were. And like I said, I never thought that Jalen Hurts was ever a lesser quarterback than Tua because when I saw him go to Oklahoma, I saw him continue to be
same shit.
Just as successful. Come forward. Don't go back.
With an offensive coach.
There you go. Like I seen him.
I mean, shout out to Lincoln Riley.
But I seen him be just as successful as he was before then. In Alabama that he was in Oklahoma that he was in Alabama, and also at times match Tua week for week, every single week. And I'm looking at him like, you know what? This is a guy that didn't lose stride. And what drew me on it was the fact that he switched schools. Like now did he lose his job? So he was started. He came off the bench randomly in the biggest game that you could possibly imagine, and he performed and he won. Then he lost his job, switched schools, switched systems, and was still as productive. If you tell me that's not what most of these starting quarterbacks go through in their first 3-4 years, 3 offensive coordinators, 2 head coaches, 2 GMs. That's the trial and tribulation some of these guys are going through. What did Jalen Hurts go through already since he's been here? And it doesn't phase him. So that's why I'm looking at him. I'm like, everybody's looking at Jalen Hurts just from like the physical activities, like from running and passing. I'm like, no, he is mentally. I thought he was mentally prepared for the NFL better than Tua more than anything else and other people. Like
going through the adversity before.
Exactly. So that's the reason I'll continue to say I believe that Jalen Hurts will have a better NFL career than Tua got a tongue twister. And the thing about it, we got 10 years to figure this shit out. And listen, and if both of them are in the league for 10 years, I'm going to love it. And I love to see the matchup because in my eyes, guess what? There's a little rivalry going on there. And whether we don't see it or not, there's a rivalry because you can't tell me there's no way Tua did what he did and Jalen Hurts watched it and him like, oh, I got to go out and ball. This motherfucker just came out and did what he did.
Tonight proves it.
And then what he did, he came out
doing tonight proves it.
He started off 10 for 10, 14 for 16. That's how he started off this game. A blowout. Now I know what you're saying. Like, yo, that comeback in the fourth quarter it was Gucci. But you know what Jalen Hurts is saying? Like, yo, I'm not even gonna let it get to the fourth quarter.
Don't do that.
2 different individual accomplishments. Not comparing the 2. They both have their own. They both have their own cloud to fly on.
All I know is, like I said, he ain't my favorite quarterback, but he had to throw a game-winning touchdown in Baltimore to win the game.
I'm not pooping on anybody. I see the thing about you keep trying to compare. I'm not comparing them.
Trying to compare nothing.
I'm not pooping on anybody. I'm just
trying to make sure you're not pooping on nobody.
No, listen.
Today's not the day.
I'm not pooping on. What I'm saying is that one didn't had a miraculous comeback, and what the other one did is good and is also great as old man. Because you know what? Don't need it. We saw Josh Allen do that and his team. Don't need it. Complete blowout.
Tennessee by school.
You know what I mean? So that's also like, as much as put it this way,
At least 2 had dude on the road.
as much as Matt Stafford, right? Just he has one of the great stats of fourth quarter comebacks. But so does Russell Wilson.
Well, now we get to leave Matt Stafford alone in some of these conversations and whatnot because he just won a Super Bowl. So.
But then on the other end, right? There's also quarterbacks like Tom Brady that we don't even need him.
Oh, we still need him.
He needs them. No, we see him use him in the Super Bowl.
Shout out to Matt Ryan.
So back to championship winning, right?
You didn't even let me finish my point.
Sorry, my bad. You said Matt Ryan, I had.
So basically, the Philadelphia Eagles will at least make the NFC Championship game as a 1 or 2 seed. Obviously, they'll smoke the division. They'll win 13 games and whatnot. Jalen Hurts will be in the MVP conversation with ease too. And I'm talking like 3,700 yards passing, 25 plus passing touchdown, probably like 28, 29, something like that, with another 10 on the ground.
They
Come on, man. Look at that.
They almost. I got Thielen on my bench too. I don't trust. And also, he got a new toy that he's using right now. I still thought Thielen would at least get 7 points per game or something. Like, at least get 70 yards, no touchdowns, or at least 40 yards and a touchdown. Like shit.
But yeah, fam. I'm thinking Jalen Hurts goes 3,800 yards passing, another 1,000 yards rushing, 10 rushing touchdowns. Sort of like Cam Newton's MVP year, which is better completion percentage.
I thought Jalen had one of those years last year.
Well, remember, it didn't really seem like it was his shit from start to finish, and plus the way they were kind of calling the offense, they weren't calling the offense for Jalen to be a focal point for him to succeed and go crazy. But this year, you could tell, like 38 points last week, and people want to poo-poo, the Detroit Lions. I got news for everybody right now. The Detroit Lions, I don't know about playoffs this year, but you better make sure you bring your fucking tools to go play them niggas. Yeah. If you come in there on some weak shit, they will blow you out because they got 2 running backs over there. Man, honestly, Detroit might be, in terms of rushing yards this year, probably be top 5 in regards to rushing yards per game. And if you can do that right there, that'll keep you in games because you're controlling the line of scrimmage. Your offensive line is dominant, so you're gonna be in the games. You'll ball control everything. And everything. So that's that. Like, so that win that Philly got last week against Detroit, don't poo-poo that, especially when they were blowing them out at first, and they got lackadaisical shit. Everybody saw what Detroit did to Washington last week or yesterday. Granted, it's Washington, so
they're the water closet. They're literally meant to be poo-pooed on. Oh man. So let's talk about some more championships, right? Let's talk about some more because Spain and France were the only championship games being determined over the weekend. Oh, did you answer my question? Do you know how many points Rudy Gobert had?
Oh shit. Definitely more than 10.
See, it's crazy that's where you started. I thought you was gonna go higher than 10.
Nah, lower than 10. Because you wouldn't bring that up if we actually went crazy. So it's definitely lower than 10. I'm gonna say he had 5 points.
1 over. He had 6. The dude dropped 27 on him. He's the defensive player of the year. The dude dropped 27 on him. The dude not even in the NBA.
The movie star.
His brother was good enough to make it to the NBA.
The movie star dropped 26 points on your head top
27
in a real game.
7 for 9. 7 for 9 from 3. 9 for 11 shooting, period. And you had 6.
Giants.
I am so glad when Rudy realized that Rudy Gobert's contract was not going to reset the market. It's like when Deshaun Watson got his man, like, yeah, we ain't resetting the market for this guy. I'm sorry. We don't care what happens out there. Man, that blew me, right? Ooh. But then we had some good championship moments, right? We had some really, really good championship moments.
Hey, ladies.
Where we had the WNBA finals being determined, folks. Game 4, Aces versus Connecticut. The series was 2-1 Las Vegas Aces, and they completed it. Shout out, right? First, let's make sure we give them their roses here. We don't do this a lot for the losers, but to the Connecticut, they fought hard. They tried. They at least managed to give their home crowd a home victory. But that home court cooking in Game 3 was really something. It really meant something, that home cooking. It just wasn't enough. Nope. And in Game 4, Las Vegas came out and said, you know what? We're done here.
Put the kids to bed.
Exactly. Let's go and get this championship.
Oh, Kirk.
6 turnovers?
I thought it was another. Like,
78-71. Las Vegas Aces. And I
should have had it.
I came in here originally saying their big 4 showed up, right? But it was their big 3, their big 4, their big 5, their big 6, their big 7. Like, holy crap! Like once they started rolling, it was a wrap.
Man.
Now the name you'll probably hear most about, right? The most recognizable name probably from the team is Asia Wilson, right? The pseudo right now, like, female LeBron. They say she's a runaway train like that. When she's coming on that field, she's hard to stop like him. That's where the comparisons come in. 11 points, 14 rebounds, right? And I'm gonna tell you, you guys don't even realize most of these top centers in the league all get double-digit rebounds. Like, double-digit rebounds is more common in the WNBA than it is in the regular NBA for centers. You know when they were supposed to have double? No, they don't get a lot of triple doubles, which surprised the shit out of me. Granted, of how many of them get double doubles, you got to figure. Hey, you know what I mean? You got to figure they would have played some. They would play a little bit of triangle, some pick and roll. You know what I mean? They go over, dump the ball, and let it ride. Because the female game is really a game I thought that would benefit from some triangle at times, as much as pick and roll, depending on if you have a center that can grab you 14. You got a dominant center like that. But I digress. I don't want to take too much away from this. So you had AJ Wilson, right, with 11 points and 14 rebounds. Then you had Kelsey. I can't wait to flick her plum. 15 points and 3 assists. I'm sorry, Kelsey Plum is sexy. It's something about that cheek. I don't know if she got like a cliff lip or something. I don't know. It's something about whatever's going on right in here. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever's going on like right in here. That shit is sexy as shit. Like, whatever, man. Kelsey, holla at me. This nigga is. I got no manners.
Hey, I ain't mad at you. At least you will.
I got no manners. Like,
Monica, go to bed.
I think she said good night already.
Oh,
That's why I said all right, sis. I gave her the peace sign and you gave her the fly paper salute or whatever.
oh. I was in the middle of my Eagles talk.
All right, but the star of the show was Chelsea Gray,
How about the same?
who
That motherfucker.
they told who's kind of like the 26 for 31. That's what I just saw. I didn't see the rest of it, but I saw that. We'll talk about
26 for 31.
We'll talk about it on Monday.
30.
Listen,
3.
don't you guys?
Oh my God.
don't you guys fret, right? Because we have about a half an hour left in the show before I fully cut out. But I know. But we'll talk about we'll talk Giants on Wednesday, right? Like we'll get into it. We'll talk about this game. We'll talk about these two games on Wednesday. We'll go after that as well. And we'll go ahead and we'll make our picks for Thursday night game as well on Wednesday. But let's get back into the WNBA. So Chelsea Gray, she was like the young Dwayne Wade for the team, right? Where other members of the team like, no, take a shot, do what you do, get to the bucket, right? And she did it all. Chelsea, 20 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and also your WNBA Finals MVP. We'll talk about it. Like I said, well, I call them the big three, right? Asia, Kelsey, and Chelsea, right? They're probably the most recognizable names there. Raquana Williams balled out, 17 points. We had the forward Jackie Young at 13 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. And that was 5 people I mentioned, right? Well, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I need to hear a certain name.
There's a 7th, right? They had a big 7. Somebody else that had a phenomenal year. She was a rookie.
Yeah.
Talk about that rookie in a year where we have talked about some really great goats on like in this game, right?
Talk about her.
We talked about this year. We had the retirement of damn it. Fill in this back. Who retired this year? Sue Bird retired.
Yeah.
Right. We saw when she even got eliminated from the playoffs and everything. We saw not only Sue Bird. Who's the other one I'm thinking of? Crap. No. She never gone like her. No, she's never go. I was like 20 years in the league too, like her. Why am I forgetting her name? Because Sue Bird is the one that plays for Seattle, was it? Okay. Then who's the one that plays for Phoenix? Donna Taurasi. Oh! Okay, there we go. We saw greats like Donna Taurasi, right? Like in this league this year, get eliminated. We saw greats like Candace Parker get eliminated this year in the playoffs, right? We saw up and coming stars like Sabrina Aniasu get eliminated in this playoffs. In a court where all of these greats, and potential greats, that we heard talked about, there was a standout rookie, first year in the league, first year coaching, most wins for the team, and help them get to their first franchise championship. Everybody thought that she deserved a shot in the NBA as a head coach, and because of politics, she did not get one. But the first opportunity she gets in the WNBA, she wins a championship. We're talking about the only one of the other ones that should be talked about with Donna Taurasi and Sue Bird and these guys. We're talking about Becky motherfucking Hammond. Rookie of the year as a coach, first time. You understand? She can come up there and not only say this as a player, but now as a coach, she can come up there and be like,
I'm champion, get shit on! Get shit on! Get shit on!
and if you don't like that, she can still say,
I see how long she's an assistant for the school. Easily 5 years. Because nobody been on that staff too, then at least got that last one over Braun and them.
she was on the staff.
If she was on that staff too, then she
was on that staff.
she different type of legend.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, like, we can look at her, but I'm pretty sure she was on the staff when LeBron was losing the pop.
She different type of legend.
Jesus, damn, that is a different kind of legend.
That's a different type of. That's winning on literally all types. Obviously, high school, college, coming to the WNBA, get your ring.
$24.99. You could have watched the whole entire WNBA season. I was catching up on games because sometimes the games are too spread out. So those days, I'll say that I'm watching like 6 games back to 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 back. So, damn it, man. That whole entire team balled out, listened to their coach, got every bit of juice out of the squeeze.
Who the fuck are you not listening to Becky fucking Hammond?
For real.
You have some damn nerve.
Because she's been successful everywhere. The one
Everywhere.
where she wasn't in charge, she was praised. Highly praised. And like I said, if it wasn't for politics, she would have been a head coach in the NBA. But I'm
The
pretty sure
fact that her name as a woman was in head coaching conversations at one point in the NBA should tell you something. Shout out to the Las Vegas Aces for recognizing them. Like, yo, that motherfucker, get her in here immediately.
So can I tell you, it's funny too, right? Because you wasn't here.
What?
And everybody didn't say this out loud right before they won. But
It's an all-time great. It's literally, he's a point guard play in the WNBA. It's at the point where it's literally tossed up between her and Sue. I should take that back because we had some motherfuckers back in the mid-90s. Shout out to Cheryl Swoops. Shout out to Dawn State.
so
I know you. I years. Shout out to Cheryl Miller.
I got no beef for Cheryl.
I love you, Cheryl.
I've learned to separate her from her demonic brother.
I love you, Cheryl.
Like listen, Cheryl's one of, okay, so, and I'm gonna tell you why I have a problem with Cheryl. She's one of those people I wish I would have seen play in the WNBA.
What?
That's just
Was not fair. It was not
it was
fair.
literally right after she
Not
retired.
fair. That shit was so
It
fucked
was
up.
like the year she retired, like within 3 years of retiring, like, it was like bam, here we are.
Up.
But they just missed that cut. So again, big up to the Las Vegas Aces. And what I was gonna say, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That shit was so fucked
And I think you know I'm genuine with this because I think you know how often when I'm always using my example about the WNBA, and I always talk about how I'm really happy about how the Las Vegas Aces are being handled. If I just wasn't already born and bred and so ready to be a Liberty fan, and I had a choice, I probably would be an Aces fan because of how their organization has been handled over the last like 5, 6, 7 years. Like from the time that MGM has been an owner to now Al Davis. I really enjoy, and then you see what they did, and this is let's also back that up. We didn't talk about him, Al Davis, not Al Davis. That's the dad, Mark Davis. Mark Davis is the owner of this Vegas Aces team. He's the one that is going off and signing off on the okay to make sure Becky Hammond comes on it because he wants the best coach. He wants to make sure he's spending the money. He wants to make sure Vegas has a draw everywhere. He's making sure the players are getting paid. When he came in there, he made sure that extra investors came in there, and he's part of the reasons why they dumped that advertisement money in there. I remember when the Las Vegas Aces was sold to him, the MGM group made sure that he was selling it to somebody that they can trust and thought it was going to help better the game. And I want to also give my kudos to Mark Davis as well to also be a factor into getting this championship won. I don't understand. Okay, what percentage he may be responsible for, but he holds a level of responsibility because people want to play for him. We see what happens in Phoenix. We see what happens in Atlanta. Those women don't want to play for the Atlanta owner. Those people don't want to play for that Phoenix owner. So let's go ahead and switch gears then. Since we're talking about the Phoenix owner, because you know what's happening today. We had somebody to add it to.
Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. I won't come in because
I got a couple of pieces. Let's forget about that. Every freaking time, I swear. And I feel like the filthy animal is cussing me out personally. Like, I'm about to talk, you filthy animal. I wasn't done yet. Oh, God. But speaking of these filthy animals, Phoenix Suns owner, right? Robert Sarver. Right, the investigation. And I'm telling you, go to the early tapings of this show. First season, I'm pretty sure. In fact, by the second season, I was telling people to look out for him then. Whatever year it was that the LA Clippers owner got dumped, I told people to look out for him then. There was just little things that just it never seemed right. Little rumblings, little, nothing to what I listen. The rumblings I heard was nothing about this. I just knew nobody liked Phoenix unless you were just drafted there, and then after that, everybody wanted to leave there. What they ever heard good about Phoenix was their medical staff, and even then they may have diagnosed a few people, misdiagnosed a few people. So Robert Sarver, the 48-page whatever thing comes out, right? How many pages it was? This position comes out, and it's riddled with him using the N-word a bunch of times, him using derogatory sexual words towards women, trying to you know what I mean? This is a quid pro quo them, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and shit like that. So, and all kinds of disgusting things. I love it. Twitter had a field day as Primetime Kirk. Primetime Kirk is something special. Oh, like he
That's
really
the new nickname. Primetime Kirk.
Oh Lord,
Social media, it will never.
do you want to primetime double?
Oh no, see, this is different.
It's like crime time. Shoot,
I know you didn't just phone me like that. That's crazy.
It's that laugh.
You lucky this shit was just in front of you.
Oh my goodness.
Primetime Kirk. I like that.
Oh man,
That's much better than Primetime. But because either way, it's negative.
Yeah,
Because I mean, it's not like you'll walk up to anybody and say Primetime Kirk, and you will think positive things.
Yeah, they'll laugh at you like, oh, you talking about him, man, and his downfall. You have to pray for his downfall. Yeah, he does it to himself. Lord. So back to the Papa Wars, the piece of Pooper Wars. Robert Sarver comes out, he's saying racist and sexist things all over the place, right? I'm making a bad employee work environment and things like that. So after NFL, after the NFL investor, damn. So the umpire just got whacked in the head by a pitch in the
Kirk Cousins dropped his back to the pass.
Oh, that's why I'm laughing. Okay. Stop it. Oh, man.
Oh God.
So Robert Sarver, Phoenix, NBA Edition comes out with a report, and I'm gonna get on Chris Paul too. Just let you know. And he comes out with his report, and from their findings, they say, "Oh, we're gonna have to suspend this guy for 1 year and fine him $10 million." Right? So the suspension goes out for 1 year, and the fine comes to $10 million. And obviously, nobody feels like it's enough because the people that testified against or made statements against me are like, "Yo, you have to come back, and he's still our owner." So while we see the NBA try to make a statement, we can tell that that's a slap on the wrist, get for what he did. In any environment, you lose your job, you can no longer be there. Well, the next parts come. LeBron James starts making statements. There's no place for somebody like that in our league. What would have made LeBron James' statement more powerful is that as long as he's the owner, I will refuse to play in the Phoenix arena. That would have been more powerful, but LeBron James still made a powerful statement. Now, the reason I said bring Chris Paul is because Chris Paul still looks like a sucker to me in every single turn. I'm sorry. The Donald Stern thing happened. You come back and find out that there was talks about them not playing that game, and he allowed themselves to get talked to play in that game, and they did the jersey thing. Okay, cool. One time. When this first came out with the Phoenix Suns thing, and that information first came out, he had the opportunity then to not play a game. And they passed that up, and they played. That was twice now. when this new thing came, I haven't heard anything from Chris Paul. And I was gonna be waiting to see if Chris Paul and them play the game, because again, I would have said again, here you go again. Why are you playing for this guy? And I guarantee you the women's squad would have stopped playing before they stopped playing. Get about that life.
At least they put their money where their mouth is.
So this is so
I'm not
gonna go deep into Chris Paul. I don't want to make this about Chris Paul, but let you know, like he does not pass my eye for how he keeps ironically missing opportunities. Like either you're narcoleptic or you're neglectful, purposefully.
He says something. The problem is we have to wait for him for a whole day later to hear something from him.
So the next couple of things that needed to happen, right? This is a business, right? And dominoes had to fall down for us to really get what we wanted. Obviously, what we found out by the fine, that the commissioner can't remove this person from this team, and the only other way would be if his other owner counterparts start voting him out. Well, his ownership happens to be a little bit tricky, right? Because he's part of a conglomerate, right? And see, now you can understand why ultimately I had to stop. I had to forgive Woody Johnson because I haven't heard nothing else has popped up. Nothing stays silent. Nothing stays silent, right? And if all of a sudden it pops up the word, like everybody came out defending Woody Johnson immediately. So after a certain time, I'm like, I can't just be emotional. I gotta look at the facts coming out here. But let's go back into Phoenix Suns owner. So the other domino start from, because we realize that the commission can't remove him. We got you. The NBA owners are going to remove him. So because he's part of a conglomerate, and he's a part owner of the team, he was the majority owner, the minority owner went to the other board members and filed for his removal, which will work. That's the first step. Next step, PayPal came out and said, as long as he's the owner, we will not be an advertiser. Those two factors, folks. Those two factors right there is how you guarantee, or how you lock down that Robert Saver is no longer going to be the owner of the Phoenix Suns after this, or the Phoenix Mercury. The advertisers pulling out, and the other board members, right? I'm putting or the other minority owners starting to put in a motion for his removal. He will be gone he will be gone before the season starts. And if he's not, I'll be curious to see if the players play. Because if I'm the players, I'm not playing. I'm sorry. If I'm the players, I'm not playing. Until that deal is final, I'm not playing. Screw it. And I'm sorry. Like the city of Phoenix is going to be the one that is going to feel it. But it's also only going to be the fans that don't understand that it's something bigger than the game of basketball going on there. And the fans that complain like, oh my God, why can't you guys just play? Blah, 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 blah. Those are those fans that you already know how they feel personally, because now you hear all the venom starting to spew in their rhetoric. If they don't play one more game, right, for the Phoenix Suns until the ownership has been finalized, I will have no problem with it. And I know that the owner and the commissioners and others, they're gonna probably try to beg them and let them understand how much money they're gonna lose, and say, okay, listen, stand your ground, stand on your morals. That's more than anything else. Instead of saying stand on your ground, stand on your morals. You've made more than enough money to be able to stand on your morals. Because the biggest thing they're gonna say is that the salary cap is gonna go down next year, possibly because of it. Okay, you ain't going back to how they were getting paid in the 80s. So I'm pretty sure you'll be fine. Stand on your morals. Fully stand on your morals on this one. I would like to see where they were. And if I find out that they decide, like, you know what, we're gonna play and we'll let because we don't want to, then I'll be very disappointed in somebody that articulates himself or portrays himself that in the way that Chris Paul does, because ultimately he is not what he will be, what he claims to be. He's a good figurehead, but that may be all it is. Like, see, at this point in time, I wouldn't be surprised if I see Chris Paul now go into politics when he gets out of the NBA, becomes the mayor or governor of somewhere. I can see that now for him by the way he has played his role as the NBA PA rep, right, president rep, whatever, right? And the way that he's done a lot of talking and a whole lot of nothing, especially in the big moments that mattered, especially when it was directly in his face, when it was, right, when it's his team, right. Right, when it's in his, when it's his face and it's his team and he has the one that makes the decision, then we get to see, we've seen now that all of his talk is just talk and he does no action. Oh, I'm gonna turn my jersey inside out. Don't play. Don't play. You're the product. That's your way of a strike. Don't play. Because the moment you play, then you allow them to take however long it takes and say that, oh, there's a process. Oh, there's a this. Okay, cool. Let your process roll without me being there. Without us being there. Let you work your process without any team being in Phoenix. Without any of your players playing. And listen, they may be forced to go and bring the G League squad up or a bunch of G League level players up that they listen, I just want the opportunity to be like, I have nothing to do with this. Cool. Before you ever establish dudes, if people already got your contract, nah, stop playing. Even if you're on a 1-year contract, like, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a team that's going to give you opportunity because they realize why you missed last year. If it happens a whole year, I guarantee you pull that, you won't miss more than 1 month. So we're talking about 10 to 15 games. So this Robert Sarver, right, the Phoenix owner, right, and he gets our Pop Award, right, for being a piece of poop. We also add in here today, right, one Brett Favre. A guy that, I'm not going to lie to you, I have grown up, right? Growing up, he was probably my favorite quarterback growing up. After Joe Montana and Steve Young. Favorite, just to watch at the time. We probably went straight to Brett Favre, right? It was just something about his play style. I think he captivated a lot of people. Even loved when he came to the Jets. And in a weird way, I think in the back of my mind, like, because of that liking for him as a child, I've kind of overlooked some of his atrocities, or kind of been lighthearted about it. But when they add up, don't they? And when things keep adding up, you can't just keep overlooking. I finally just take something that you look at, you gotta step back and be like, and I'm not gonna take full credit for my enlightenment. And listen, your own enlightenment, it may not come from your own thought pattern. Sometimes people have muses, right? You hear a species called inspiration. You get inspiration from a bunch of different things. And that light bulb moment went off for me when Uncle Sharp was like, yo, there's anybody else. It would not be taken so lightheartedly. Or so lightly, period. Ad-libbing here, right? And that made me, like, I hit me person. I was like, you know what? You're right. Because I know because he mentioned some people that I know I'm super hard on, right? And I make sure that if there's something we talk about them that we bring it up, the good, bad, and the ugly, that we hold some people accountable like that. And I realized, you know what? We have never held Brett Favre accountable. And he's always been a scumbag. He's always been a piece of poop. Right? That's the reason why he's getting the Pop Award today. Since his playing days, he's been sending dick pics to masseuses. And listen, it's probably why Deshaun Watson probably thinks it's okay. Like maybe there's a whole fraternity of quarterbacks that send dick pics to masseuses, or think that or or they go to certain masseuse parlors where they know that they can, you know what I mean, get their touchdowns. You know, someplace where they could play on the center. They can hut. Take a blue 42, blue chew 42, blue chew 42. Oh, don't forget about Blue Chew, folks. If you guys don't remember, Blue Chew happens to be that little blue pill that can get you back your throat. All you gotta do is open up a pack and head straight to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. It has the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. And for a very low cost, you could beat it up like a boss, and she will love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. And if you use this week's promo code of GYUJ, Golf Yankee Uniform Juliet, GYUJ, you can get your first order of Blue Chew for free. Yes, folks, for free. Listen, the holidays are right around the corner. What better present to give her and yourself than an all-night celebration of ho. Just saying. Get yourself some Blue Chew. I know some of you people are like, I don't need that shit. It's okay. You ever had whiskey dick? It's a perfect cure for whiskey dick. It's not about what it is, it's about what it does for you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you want to feel like master of the universe. You know what I mean? Sometimes you want to get your Thundercat on it, right? Sometimes you don't get your Thundercat on as long as you wanted to. Or maybe like, you know what? I feel like I could have pumped out maybe a 6th or 7th rounder. Wherever you're at, 2nd or 3rd rounder. That Blue Chew is going to bring you back to that old you. And if you still the young you, then you about to go Super Saiyan. I'm talking about you about to go Super Saiyan Blue Chew. For real. You guys have no clue. For real. The only thing you have to do is pay for shipping and handling, $4.99. Make sure you take care of your postal workers. They're keeping you hard wherever it's rain, snow, sleet, or hail. There's really only 2 instructions when it comes to Blue Chew, folks. You chew it, and then you do it. How you do it, that's up to you. So we get two new indictees, right? Inductees. Inductee. I mean, that's my 10-minute warning. We get 2 new inductees into our piece of poop Hall of Fame, right? And the 2 new indictees into the Pop Hall of Fame is Robert Sarver from the Phoenix Suns owner and Brett Favre. It's funny how their name sounds alike. Robert Sarver, Brett Favre. And for both of them just being despicable human beings. Now, sometimes I wonder how much of this happened sometimes when laws were looser. Now, the thing about it, right? When times were a little bit looser and things were a little bit more acceptable, it doesn't mean they were legal. It just means that people overlooked them more until they realized that they didn't have to accept looking over it anymore. And they didn't have to forfeit their dignity just to be employed by somebody. Whether you're being employed in the public sector or private sector. If that's not what the expectations of the employment is, that's not what the expectations of the employment is. It's not part of the job title. It's not part of the job title. Not part of the description, not part of the description. I know other services, you may do other services that are slightly outside of your job title, but also things that are within reason and within means and within morale. Remember, one of the Army core values are, pretty sure it's morale. Holy crap. I just forgot something. Holy shit. Okay, I just remember now. Whew. Holy shit. I almost forgot the Army core values. I really did. And none of them was morale. None of that for morale at all. Listen, I'm gonna blame it on the goose. I'm gonna blame it on the Remy. I'm gonna blame it on this Dro that got my head feeling spinny. I mean, all of it. Speaking of spinning, right? And I not even so much spinning and hitting. Right? Shout out to Aaron Judge. You guys hear what he's been doing? Right? Aaron Judge single-handedly keeping the Yankees afloat, but doing what he's supposed to be doing more than anything else. Doing what he is getting paid to do, and that is. And that is hit home runs. Aaron Judge ends up hitting home run number 50 to 59. We're talking just about like I think about 13, 15 games left for him to break the American League home run record, and then after that, go and see if he can chase the all-around home run record. Now, the American League home run record, that is the difference between what steroids is and what steroids isn't. This is what the old record was before steroids, and he still has opportunity to possibly look at the steroid record. I really would like to see him get. Even if he got to 70 home runs, I'll be fine. Then again, it shows it could possibly be done. I know they're like, damn, if he couldn't do it, and he was motivated, and he's one of the biggest guys. All he does is hit home runs. He may even get the triple crown on that as well. But if he keep that batting average up just a little bit more, about 1 percentage point, like whatever it is, like 3.17, 3.16. So Aaron Judge adds 2 more home runs into the mix, and now he's sitting at 59. Their next game is tomorrow, so we don't have any update for you. As like he's not gonna hit any tonight. When you wake up in the morning, you're not gonna be like, oh my god, I wonder what. No, it's perfectly fine. Which, not for nothing, I'm at that point, right? I am at that point where I am now waking up on a daily basis, wondering how many home runs does Aaron Judge have. I don't know about the rest of you, right? But I'm at that point now where I am now following this thing almost on a daily basis because I want to know how close he is. I want to know how many games we have left. I want to know who the opponents are, who the pitchers are. And so far right now, nobody's pitching around him, right? And I hope they don't do it, right? I hope when he gets like when he's one away, people don't start pitching around like, hey, I don't want to be the guy that gives up the home run. Like, why? Go down in history. Like, don't be stingy. Like, I know in your sense, like you come where everybody's always trying to mess up your perfect game or your perfect season, but they can't help it. You're throwing the ball at them for them to hit. Like, give them opportunity. Like, if you're really as good as you say you are, strike him out. Like, be like, yo, I mowed him down. I stopped him from getting it. Like, he didn't get it on me because I stopped him. I struck him out. Don't be like, oh, he didn't get it out on me because, man, I threw him off. I was going to pitch at him and shoot. I'm a pussy. Like, I ain't gonna take that risk, man. I'm a punk. I ain't gonna be on me. I'm a sucker. Like, I play this sport and I can never have anything bad happen. Like on my watch, it is happening in the natural progression of the game. So I'm just gonna stop this man from being great because I ain't as great as him. I'm a hater. That's what you guys look like. Just let you know. Just to let you know. You know, folks, I think we're gonna end this here. We gotta this is a big show. We didn't even get everything out. That means when we come back on Wednesday, we got a lot to get into. Like I said, we're gonna give it an injury report. We got some key injuries that happened this week. We didn't get a chance to get into yet. So we'll talk about those injuries on Wednesday as well, where we go over the Giants game as well. The third game in that comeback, those miracle comeback trilogy that I told you about, we're gonna talk about the third team in that comeback as well. We'll go ahead and, like I said, make our picks for the Thursday night game. We'll see if I want to talk about Kyrie Irving, but we also have to talk about something in the tennis world as well. We have a little bit to touch into. We have all that and more coming up on the next episode on the MyT Sports Podcast. And just remember what they say out there.